Robinson for the point.
Back to better. Block and down.
Back to pass. He'll look to fire deep and intercepted. Stretchy diving. He's in.
Halstead Telephone Company and R&J Broadcasting Incorporated is proud to present to you this broadcast on yourliveevent.com.
Tonight, two teams look to tally a 3-0 start in the world of 9-man football as the LaMoure-Litchville Marion Lobos lock up with the Finley-Sharon Spartans in Hope, North Dakota. Good evening and welcome everyone to Hope Page Public School. I'm Derek Zimmerman-Geyer along with Jerry Peralta, and we thank you for tuning in tonight's YourLiveEvent.com coverage of this out-of-region romp between two former region rivals. Now Region 2 team, the Spartans, hold a 2-0 record and are hot off the heels of their first defensive shutout in 5 years. What could top that? Perhaps the back-to-back lopsided shutouts the Lobos used to launch themselves to their own 2-0 start, outscoring their opponents 150-0. LaMoure-Litchville Marion, Finley-Sharon Hope Page. We'll tell you all about these two teams and then some coming up in our coaches at pregame comments on our Iron Insurance pregame show. Powered by Halstead Telephone Company and R&J Broadcasting Incorporated, this is North Dakota 9-man high school football coverage on YourLiveEvent.com.
There's no way to count the number of sandwiches you've packed over the years. Hard to imagine this day would come. Yeah. There's still the same fields, the same roads, the same hard work. But now they're in someone else's hands. And you couldn't be more proud of who you're handing the farm to. No matter what the future holds, Ag Country is here to help you plan ahead.
Dakota Heritage Bank is a bank on the go and on the grow. We now have 9 locations in Hunter, Hope, Galesburg, Hillsboro, Grandin, Gackle, Streeter, Judd, and Harvey. More locations and more services. Dakota Heritage Bank offers mobile banking and online banking with bill pay so you can bank anytime, anywhere. Stop in and visit Dakota Heritage Bank today. Sharing our heritage, sharing our future. dhbanknd.com. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Goose River Heating and Cooling Hillsboro, serving the Hillsboro and surrounding communities, ready to provide you with service work to existing and new customers. Whether Corey and the crew installed your heating and cooling system or not, they're ready to assist you with your service concerns. And if it's time to update your heating and cooling systems, whether it's your home, farm shop, a cabin, or office building, give Corey and the crew at Goose River Heating and Cooling a call. 701-430-1990. That's Goose River Heating and Cooling, Hillsboro, serving the Hillsboro area and surrounding communities.
Farmers, are you expanding, upgrading, or want to automate? Visit with the experienced staff at Hope Electric to learn about the latest electrical systems and the newest technologies that they have developed to make your operation more efficient. Get a custom system in place with features like iPad truck loading and remote view grain storage, touchscreen controls, hazard monitoring systems, and wireless cellular cameras to protect your assets. Hope Electric, serving the agricultural and commercial industry since 1978. Visit hopeelectric.com or call 701-945-2460.
For over 100 years, Finley Farmers Grain and Elevator, a full-service cooperative, has been growing and adapting with the ever-changing agriculture industry. These strong roots in eastern North Dakota include a dedicated staff of 42 full-time employees. Finley Farmers Grain and Elevator offers a variety of services, including agronomy, sales and service, custom application, grain drying and handling, bulk fuel and oil, tire repair, and light mechanic work. Finley Farmers Grain and Elevator is a buyer of corn, soybeans, wheat, and sunflowers. Learn more by visiting FinleyFarmersElevator.com.
Welcome back to YourLiveEvent.com. We're in our Iron Insurance pregame show brought to you by Iron Insurance. For all your insurance needs, visit IRINS.com. Derek Zimmerman-Geyer and Jerry Peralta along with you this evening as we are set for week 3 of North Dakota 9-man football featuring the Lobos of LaMoure-Litchville Marion and Finley-Sharon Page, the Spartans, with their home opener of 2021. The Spartans 2-0, just like the Lobos, recapping their season so far for FSHP. 54-18 victory over Tri-State on August 20th, and just 7 days later, an 18-0 shootout for the Spartans, their first shutout in 5 seasons. Their last one in 2016 against the likes of Drayton, a team that is now a co-op with Drayton Valley Edinburgh. And Jerry Peralta, this is the first time we've seen the Lobos on YourLiveEvent.com this season. I got to see Finley-Sharon Page play Enderlin Maple Valley last week. You had a chance to talk with the head honcho for the Lobos, Andrew Delabar. What did the head coach have to say to you?
Well, I mean, head coach Andrew Delabar, I mean, he just emphasized they're just picking it up from where they left off last season. Last season saw them go 10-1 overall, and I mean, they played outstanding. They're continuing this trend of winning a lot of games, being being championship contenders, and they're just moving forward in the year, keeping all this momentum going with them, and they've done a good job defensively. Everybody's doing their roles, and yeah, it's just transitioning over to a new year.
LaMoure-Litchville Marion last season 4-0 on the road in regular season play. They were 8-0 in Region 1. Finley-Sharon Page, a Region 1 team in 2020, now bumped up to Region 2 here in their final season as a co-op for this football squad. The Lobos, they lost in that semifinal round in the 9-man state tournament against Lytton LMB. And the last time they have lost the game, before that, winners of, like you said, 9 straight in a row. That game was on November 7th, 46-38. Last time the Lobos took a loss. And now let's take a listen in as Jared Peralta talks to the head coach of LaMoure-Litchville Marion, Andy Delabar.
This is your live event pregame coach's comments. I'm here with head coach Andy Delabar. I'm saying that right. So, Coach, I mean, you guys have opened up the season with 2 amazing victories. You've been outscoring opponents 150-0. I mean, what's been the key to success here early on in the season?
Well, I think picking up where we left off from last season, we didn't lose a lot. So when we came into fall camp this year, we were pretty much right where we left off. So I think that's been a big component to our early wins. It's something we try to push beyond and just realize that, hey, we got to get better each week. And we got a tough test tonight, and we're going to have to play some good football.
Corbin Potts, your senior quarterback, he's just been having an amazing start to his season. I mean, what's the game plan for tonight to keep him in his groove moving forward for the rest of the season?
Yeah, I think keep that rhythm going. Our run game's got to be successful in order to have a good passing game here too. So I think just being well-rounded on offense, it's going to help us be able to move the ball downfield.
And tonight you're going to be facing a very strong offense in Finley-Sharon Hope and Zyler Carlson, who's coming off a big week last week. I mean, what's the game plan to kind of slow him down for tonight?
Well, I think sticking to our rules on defense. Every guy's got a job and a role to play, and if we can do that, I think we'll be successful in taking away their run game. And so if we can do that, make them one-dimensional, I think we take them out of their game plan a little bit. But yeah, you're right. They have some really good backs. 3 running backs that are just as equally dangerous. So I think sticking to our rules and taking care of our duties on defense, and we'll be able to do that.
Any other keys to success for tonight?
I think, just taking care of the football too, always. When we're on offense is securing it and limiting turnovers, but creating turnovers when we're on defense. So I think if we can fly to the football, we can create some of those turnovers here, get the ball back in our offense. It's going to help us immensely.
Thank you for your time, Coach. Good luck tonight.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you to Coach Andy Delabar, former North Dakota State University tight end, back in his heyday, now the head coach for LaMoure-Litchville Marion. His Lobos 2-0 on the fledgling season of 2021, and he's got some powerhouse players to work with. Jerry Peralta, Corbin Potts, his senior quarterback on the season, 11 for 12, 328 yards through the air, 30 yards per completion, and 8 touchdowns. With completions and touchdowns, 72% of the time, it's going for 6. He also has Charlie Bowman at wide receiver, 4 receptions for 169 yards, 3 touchdowns. Brady Letmeyer in the backfield at 25 attempts, 266 yards, 5 touchdowns. He averages a first down per pop. Colton Ness, the standout tight end, somebody to look forward at this game, who stood out last year against Finley-Sharon Page. He has 3 receptions, 3 touchdowns, 101 yards on the dot. Jerry,
Gary, huh?
Jerry, I've known you for 3 weeks. No, I'm just kidding. Jerry, got a chance to talk to your first ever former tight end, competitive coach in college, former tight end in college. what did he bring to the table, and what does this team look like so far?
I mean, if listening back to the interview, he's calm and collected, but I feel like when it comes to his team, obviously that we've seen in the stats and offensively, he brings kind of a sort of energy about him that just gets this team, the Lobos just ready for game day. He gets everybody excited to play and makes everybody step up their game.
I would say their games have been stepped up, and then some, coming off of last year's already impressive season. The first two games, 74-0 versus LaMoure to kick off the season. A week later versus Griggs Midcoda, 76-0. Both games at LaMoure High School in favor of Lobos, outscoring their opponents 150-0. And now they have their first test on the road against Finley-Sharon Hope Page. When we come back on our Our Insurance pregame show, we'll talk to the head coach of the Spartans, co-head coach Larry Fontaine, after this on YourLabEvent.com.
Farming today doesn't always feel the same way it used to. Then again, some of it feels all the same. Maybe it isn't so much the jobs that changed, but how they get done. Now that's a different story. Efficiencies are critical, which is why you need a lender who will find the right loan structure for a strong financial future. You need a lender to look out for your whole farm operation. Ag Country. Experts in every field.
Schedules can be a slippery slope. With YourLiveEvent.com, that's just not the case. Find schedules for select Minnesota and North Dakota high school athletics at our website. That's www.yourliveevent.com. For schedule updates, follow our social media pages. Never miss again when it comes to scheduling with Your Live Event.
Dakota Heritage Bank, serving you with 10 locations across North Dakota and northwestern Minnesota, has a strong background in ag and business lending, but can also help with any auto, recreational, personal, or home loans, including home equity lines of credit. Dakota Heritage Bank is a family-owned community bank where decisions are made locally. Our friendly staff greets you with a smile, takes the time to get to know you, and can help with your banking needs. Visit us online, dhbanknd.com. Dakota Heritage Bank, Equal Housing Lender, member FDIC.
In times like these, it's good to know there's a place where people know who you are, no matter how long you've been gone. A place where the smells of home cooking are still in the air, where a simple wave warms your heart, and sharing stories is just a way of life. It's good to be home. Farmers Union Insurance, protecting what's important in life.
Your hometown agent, Tatum Brand, would like to wish the Lobos the best of luck this season.
Every business has its special needs and its own unique set of challenges. That's why we treat your business just like ours, to make sure you are covered right. Hello, this is Shane with Irie Insurance, and our agents have seen it all, and one slip-up can take a small business years to recover from. That's why it's so important for a small business to work with an insurance company that can save them money but also make sure they are protected. If you own a small business, we would like to work for you. Go to IrieInsurance.com to find a local agent near you.
Welcome back to our Irie Insurance pregame show. For all your insurance needs, visit IrieINS.com. Derek Zimmerman-Geyer, Jerry Peralta with you here at Hope Page Public School in Hope, North Dakota. Week 3 of 9-man football between Finley-Sharon Page and LaMoure-Litchville Marion. Looks like the Lobos of LLM won the coin toss. They will receive. They'll go right to left on our dial, receive on the far right side, and look to punch it in. As we get to talking about our head coach, our co-head coach for Finley-Sharon Page, Larry Fontaine, and his co-coach Andrew Canes, their team at 2-0. Both games on the road, true road warriors so far. 54-18 victory over Tri-State at Fairmount High School, a long haul. And then in Enderlin, at Enderlin Maple Valley, at Hendrickson Field, 18-0 shutout for the Spartans, their first shutout on defense since 2016. The Spartans flying high, and now looking to take on one of the best teams in 9-man football, LaMoure-Litchville Marion. Let's see what Coach Larry Fontaine has to say. Welcome back to our Irish Insurance pregame show, now joined by co-head coach Larry Fontaine of Finley-Sharon Hope Page. Coach, it is the home opener, 2 weeks on the road, and I believe somewhere around 6 hours of traveling possibly on the road. I bet it feels good to be back here at Hope Page.
Good afternoon, bud. How are you?
I'm great, Coach. How are you doing?
I'm good. Yeah, it's nice to be home. It's, special. We got the cannon showing up right now. That looks good. The boys are looking forward to it. Our seniors really want to put on a good show today for their friends and family. So, yeah, we're excited to be home.
I'd say you guys put on a good show last week at Enderlin Maple Valley. Your guys' first defensive shutout since 2016. That was against Drayton before they were Drayton Valley. The fact that you guys are able to put up that type of performance on defense, also with Carlson's show on the ground and through the air, how can you bring this momentum into the game against the Lobos?
Well, we're just going to, play our best, play our hardest. I mean, they're the number one ranked team in the state. They've scored 70-plus points the last couple games. But we're going to go and play our best. Last year they beat us 70-something to nothing. And our kids remember that, and they got something to show. They got something to play for. And they're seniors. We got 6 seniors, I believe, and they're going to play hard tonight. And we're going to have a good time. They're ready to play. We're not intimidated. We're going to go out there and it's going to be a slobber knocker. We're going to smash some heads and hopefully have some fun.
Let's talk about Liam Satcham, your new starting quarterback this season. How has he evolved and progressed, and now going to his 3rd game of the season?
Well, Liam's just a very bright kid. He's a smart kid in the classroom. He's a great athlete. He's one of my better baseball kids last spring. And when Andrew and I were talking about who to quarterback this fall, Andrew brought up Liam, and I'm like, yeah, he's smart enough, he's talented enough. Let's give him a shot. And he's grown the last couple of years, and he's done wonderful. He's a great kid, and he's a smart boy and a great athlete. And we're happy, very happy for him.
Last year, tight end Colton Ness for LaMoure-Litchville Marion was a problem for you guys. How can you stop him and hinder his performance so you can zone in on other players?
We're putting Carlson on him. Zyler's going to cover him wherever he's at. Zyler's going to be on him. He's going to cover him like flies on a fly trap or whatever. He's going to be all over him, and hopefully we can put some pressure on him and regulate his output. He's a great athlete, and the Potts kid's a great athlete. We're going to have our hands full, but we're going to play hard.
How can Carlson in the offense repeat a performance like last week? Zyler had 26 rushes, 143 yards, 3 total touchdowns. How can you also spread the love without him getting as many touches as well?
Well, we got Blake back there. We have Cody back there. We're going to throw the ball a little more. Liam's getting a little more comfortable back there throwing the ball. Andrew's got a plan. We'll give our best. We'll get off the ball and sustain our blocks. We'll be okay.
Most important question, Coach. Everybody healthy today?
Trevor's out. Trevor Thompson's got a stress fracture in his leg, so he's going to be out today and maybe tomorrow or next Friday, but I hope to get him back in time for Mayville.
Any final thoughts and keys of the ball game tonight?
Well, the keys are just, keep them down from scoring 70 points. So we're just going to go and have a good time and play hard and hopefully give a good show to our fans and our friends out here and have a good time.
It's always a good time watching your team, Coach. Thanks for your time. Good luck tonight.
Roger, thank you, bud. Have a good day.
Roger that, Coach. Roger that indeed. Co-head coach Larry Fontaine of Finley-Sharon Hope Page. His team 2-0 early on this early fledgling season. Just a little baby it is in 2021. Just things getting underway. In the first home game for the Spartans, we're here at Hope Page School, Hope, North Dakota. Coach Fontaine's team last week, its first shutout in 5 seasons. Jerry Peralta looking at some standout stats from the Spartans. Zyler Carlson was a man among boys with looks to be 26 attempts overall, 143 yards on the ground, 2 rushing touchdowns, and 4 receptions for 59 yards, 1 touchdown. That 1 touchdown through the air from Liam Satcham for 44 yards, a dart on a corner route. Liam Satcham 5 for 9, 64 yards passing, 1 touchdown, of course. The junior now playing his 3rd start. When you have a junior in his 3rd game starting, last night in the Minnesota side of things, we saw a freshman play for the first time starting a season in his first ever start. That was for Red Lake County on the Minnesota side of football, also 11-man. What's the compare and contrast for a junior early on in this season, Jerry?
Well, definitely, it's just more experience. Liam Satcham, he's just had a few more starts. You mentioned Minnesota's last night. That was season opener. So the freshman quarterback, he's getting he's trying to work out the kinks, shake off the nerves. Satcham's had 3 games to start, and he's played really well in all 3, and 2 of them so far. Tonight's going to be the 3rd start, and he just has those 2 extra games, so he's had the time to really shake off the nerves, really get into a groove, get comfortable with his backfield, and get a game plan going, so that it just works out a lot better once you have a couple more reps than season opener.
And as a junior, Liam Satcham, he had 2 years to sit behind at the quarterback position behind standout stud Owen Zerfus, who is now graduated since in May of 2021. But now here in his 3rd career start at quarterback, Liam Satcham looks to lead his Spartans in a win against LaMoure-Litchville Marion. Week 3, North Dakota 9-man high school football coverage continues. When we come back, we'll have your starting lineups, and after that, National Anthem and Kickoff on YourLavoEvent.com.
The friendly staff at LaMoure Drugstore reminds you, from school supplies, greeting cards, or prescription needs, you can find it all at LaMoure Drugstore. COVID antibody testing and the Johnson & Johnson COVID vaccine also available. Plus, get your flu shot today. Watch out for the monthly flyer and monthly sales as well. Let LaMoure Drugstore be your one-stop shop for all your personal and giftware requests. LaMoure Drugstore, located in the center of LaMoure in the Bank North Mall. For more information, go to LaMoureDrugstore.com.
LaMoure Hardware carries your everyday items for plumbing, electrical, automotive, and more. From Zenzer Bullseye Stain Blocking Primer, just $19.99. Valspar Medallion Interior Paint gets $7 instant savings per gallon. And Valspar Pristine Interior Paint get $10 instant savings per gallon. Plus, fiberglass handle garden tools are just $7.97. For more information on all the services LaMoure Hardware offers, go to LaMoureHardware.com.
Maple Valley School District is engaging students in a world-class education, preparing them for lifelong success. Maple Valley serves the surrounding communities of Buffalo, Fingal, Oriska, and Tower City. They have a great student-to-teacher ratio at 16 students per class. Maple Valley ranks as one of the top 10 high schools in the Fargo-Moorhead area. For information, go online to maple-valley.k12.nd.us or call 701-749-2313.
Welcome back to our Iron Insurance pregame show. Let's get to our starting lineups for both Finley-Sharon Page and LaMoure-Litchville Marion. On offense for the Spartans at guard, Hayden Hushka, number 52, a senior, 5'9", 205 pounds. Grant Irie at center, number 77, fellow senior at 5'10", 180. Brooks Braun at guard, number 33, a sophomore, 5'7", 175. Liam Satcham, the junior quarterback, 5'10", 160. Number 7 is Howard Carlson at wing, junior at 5'10", 190. Cody Reamer, number 21, senior at 5'8", 180. Blake Jacobson, fellow back in the backfield, number 28, a senior at 6'1", 205. Dylan Reamer at end, number 2, junior at 5'9", 145. Drew Osmo, number 14, junior at 6 foot on the dot at 175. For LaMoure-Litchville Marion's defense, we'll see Brock Wendell, Jr., number 54.
Welcome to Hope, North Dakota for Class
Dane LeBon is senior at number 53. Brady Letmeyer at outside linebacker, junior, number 16. Garrett Hebel, a junior, number 28. Braden Steffes, another junior at number 33. Both Mike Backers and Will Backer. Carter Bowman, sophomore, number 22, outside backer. Defensive backfield is Charlie Bowman, senior, number 17. Tate Mart, junior, number 11. Colton Ness, junior, number 85. We'll take a break and come back after the National Anthem on this on YourLiveEvent.com.
MLGC offers ultra-high-speed broadband, streaming TV, telephone, advanced business services, and commercial-grade video surveillance services. MLGC has a goal to continue to deliver future technologies that make rural communities in North Dakota vibrant places in which to live and do business in. They're your local provider who prides itself on its unmatched customer service with a small-town touch. MLGC has offices in Enderlin, Cooperstown, and Kindred. For more info, go to mlgc.com.
What do basketball, choir, drama club, and marching band all have in common? They're all high school activities that offer learning opportunities not necessarily found in the classroom. They take up just a fraction of a typical North Dakota high school's budget, and they go a long way to giving young people the tools they need to thrive. High school activities. They're more than extracurricular. They're extra important, too. This message presented by the North Dakota High School Activities Association and the North Dakota Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
Talking more new trades from Norman County Implement, Highway 9 North Ada 2013 Versatile 500 Power Shift with 2,700 hours. A 2010 Versatile 435 with 3,300 hours. Local trades. Call Chuck or Neil for more info and pricing. The J&M 750 grain cart with roll tarp scale 14-inch auger. A new Westfield auger 13 by 84. One remaining Versatile Fury for fall tillage. Talk with Chuck or Neil at Norman County Implement, Highway 9 North Ada. They thank you for your business. 218-784-2961.
Hi. Welcome back to our Iron Insurance pregame show. We are getting underway with our starting lineups as pregame is coming to a close. Once again, brought to you by Irie Insurance. For all your insurance needs, visit IrieINS.com. Derek Zimmerman Geyer, Jerry Peralta with you here in Hope, North Dakota. We'll get to the LaMoure-Litchville Marion defense once again. Brock Wendell, defensive line. Dane LeBon, also on the defensive line. Just two defensive linemen down for the Lobos. Brady Lettmeyer at outside linebacker. Garrett Hebel at Mike backer. Braden Steffes at Will. Carter Bowman, outside backer. Charlie Bowman at corner. Tate Martin at safety. And Colton Ness on the other side, the defensive backfield at cornerback. For LaMoure-Litchville Marion's offense goes on the left guard, Sage Gusas, junior, number 74, left guard. Wyatt Waite anchoring down at center, junior, number 69. Right guard is Dane LeBon, senior at number 53. Quarterback is senior Corbin Potts, number 1. Wide receiver Charlie Bowman, a senior, at number 17. Running back Brady Lettmeyer, junior, number 16. And Garrett Hebel at fullback, Colton Ness, tight end, junior, at 85. And then a fellow tight end, Bowman, Carter Bowman, number 22, the sophomore. Finley-Sharon Page's defense looks as so. Front defensive line, 5 down linemen. Defensive end, Doug Gear. Hayden Hushka, number 52. Brooks Braun, Grant Irie, and Blake Jacobson on the far defensive end. Doug Gear, senior at 5'9" and 205, by the way. Liam Satcham at linebacker / D-back. Cody Reamer, linebacker, along with Zara Carlson. And in the defensive backfield alone is Dylan Reamer for Finley-Sharon Page's offense. That concludes our Irie Insurance pregame show. Like I said, for all your insurance needs, IrieINS.com. Thanks to our sponsors, and thanks to you, the viewer, for tuning in tonight as we are set for a good one between two 2-0 squads. The Lobos and the Spartans moments away from kickoff, and we will see the Lobos with the ball first. They won the opening coin toss and elected to receive going right to left.
Yeah, and it would make sense. You want to get your offense out there early, allow them to quickly put up some points or try to put up some points. This is going to be a defensive battle, Derek. You know, both teams have had shutout games. Finley-Sharon Hope had their first shutout last week, and the Lobos themselves have had 2 back-to-back shutouts to start this season. So, you know, get your offense going early.
And kicking off for Finley-Sharon Page, I believe it's going to be number 31, Calvin Satcham, a sophomore cornerback and a defensive end. Back deep, it looks like, for the Lobos, number 16. No, it's number 15 out there. Oh, excuse me, look at the wrong paper here. Thank you.
It's a Tate Mart and
Brady Lettmeyer. But starting running back, Calvin Satcham at the 40-yard line, ready to kick off. The co-head coaches for Finley-Sharon Page, Larry Fontaine and Andrew Caines, assisted by Rob Schlaffelt. And then for LaMoure-Litchville Marion, Andy Delabar, assisted by Matt Hebel and Lucas Isaacson. Week 3 is underway. Satcham swings away, the right boot, and it's caught at the 30-yard line and taken to the near sideline and wrapped up just past the 35 into the 36-yard line. That's where Double LM will set up shop. The return by Kyrese McGoy.
Yeah.
Ball at the 36. It looks like 5 seconds off the clock, and that's where we'll see the Lobos bring out their high-powered offense, scoring 75 points per game, have not given up a single point yet.
And Corbin Potts has been a freak of nature to start this season, going 11 of 12 when passing.
He's in the I formation. Lettmeyer back deep. Handoff, dive in the middle, stretch it out to the left side, near sideline. and it's a gain of about 4 to the 40.
Letmeyer with the tackle, run. Reamer with the tackle.
That ball finds itself near the 40-yard line on the first carry of the day by Letmeyer.
Second and 7.
And it's officially a gain of 3 for Letmeyer. Letmeyer on the season at 266 yards coming to this ball game, 5 touchdowns. Same formation, 2 receivers split out wide to the right. Potts under center. Back to pass. Burrell to his right, sets his feet, going deep downfield, has a man, and it's caught inside the 30-yard line and to the 25. Play right there made by number 11, a new player coming in early. That's Tate Mart coming in place at wide receiver for Charlie Bowman. And it goes to the 27-yard line in Spartan territory.
Yeah, about a 33-yard gain there through the air. I mean, and again, we've mentioned this. Corbin Potts has just been playing outstanding this entire season when throwing and didn't let the pressure get to him there.
First down of the ball game. Ball at the 27 Spartan territory. Doubles to the right. I formation once again. Toss. Letmeyer left side. Has some blockers. Nice blocks. And he's forced out of bounds after a medium gain. And the clock will stop. Brady Letmeyer's second rush tonight. And it looks to be near the 23-yard line. So a gain of about 4.
Brings a second and 6.
It was 4 yards.
Letmeyer 2 rushes now. Ball at the 24-yard line. Shotgun now for Potts. Rolls out to his right. Letmeyer to block. Has a man in the flats. Going to go on an out route. Has a man caught. That's Ness. And it's at the 10-yard line. A gain of 14. On the dime to Ness, the tight end, making his presence known here early. Second pass completed for Potts.
Potts had two different receivers ready open. Garrett Hebel also was open, going the same direction on the out route. And so, I mean, Potts had two different players to go to, and Ness just with the great catch, getting the yardage. Kind of looked behind him like he was going to lateral it backwards, but just kept it himself and got the yardage.
Potts had 2 men out in the flats he could work with. He elected to go to the Ness. I formation, single receiver to the left. Letmeyer up the middle, a dive, makes a man skirt and miss, and is collided down. 2 tackles on the play. It looks like Irie in there along with Reamer, and a flag on the play in the offensive backfield, that is.
I believe that's going to be a false start on
maybe
the Lobos.
A hold. They let the play go, so.
Okay, so maybe a hold.
It is a hold on LaMoure-Litchville Marion, so that run negated by Letmeyer, and it'll push him back 5. First penalty tonight against either squad. Looks like we'll see I formation split out wide on the far side is wide receiver Charlie Bowman. 3 touchdowns on the young season. Potts under center. Play action to Letmeyer. Now roll to the right. He's being pressured by Jacobson, and he is sacked down inside the 30 now to the 33-yard line. Blake Jacobson bullies Potts for the first sack of the night.
Yeah, Jacobson just got through that front line there, and Potts trying to use his legs to get away, but Jacobson coming with a full steam ahead just was not going to let him get away.
2 yards to go.
A loss of 10 yards. Back it up to the 20. It was first down and goal. Now make it a loss. After that penalty and the loss of 12 at the 32-yard line, second and a country mile. Potts under center, 2 receivers out to the left. Handoff, Letmeyer met in the backfield by 3 Spartans. Reamer leading the charge. And another loss on the play.
Tackle by Jacobson.
Cody Reamer screaming in from his Mike Backer spot. Doug Geyer as well. Doug Gear in there, rather. And it's a loss of 3. Letmeyer loses trace on the play, and it's 3rd and 35.
So you get the penalty and then 2 plays for a loss of yards after just having so many good plays moving the ball forward.
Potts back to pass, going 1-1. Carlson against Ness. Advantage Carlson. He was right in Ness's left hip pocket, and it's 4th down. Great coverage by the junior. Carlson, you heard Coach Fontaine talking about he's going to put Zeiler on Colton Ness tonight, and advantage Carlson so far. And that's just the second pass that Potts has missed all season.
Yeah, Potts has just been playing fantastic, but you can't deny the great coverage there by Zyler Carlson on Ness. The second time they've gone to Ness in this game, and Carlson did not let up.
And look at this. 4th down, 35 at the Spartan 35. Looks like they might go for it. Lining up Ness on the end on the left side. I formation, receivers both sides. Tate Mart near us on the near sideline. Back to pass. Potts going to let it fly deep. Looking on the far right side. And it is through the hands of the intended receiver. That was Charlie Bowman who had a chance at it. And he drops it before going to the crib. Coverage on the play by Liam Satcham. Turnover on downs. LaMoure-Litchville Marion gives it to Finley-Sharon Hope Page.
So that is the second incompleted pass for Potts in this season. And just fantastic defense by the Spartans there. Just held strong, got those 2 big plays back for a loss. And, you know, with a little help from the penalty too, the Spartans were just able to back up the Lobos even further.
Now to the Spartans. Liam Satcham on the coverage, and now under center, I formation. He's got Cody Reamer and Zara Carlson. Sends the man to motion, gives it to Carlson, bounces outside, and a gain of no gain on the play. Looks like he might have lost one.
I think he may have lost about half a yard there.
Bowman on the tackle. 2nd down and 10 coming up at the Spartan 35. Potts coming into the game, like you said, only missing 1 pass. And so far, that's something this Finley-Sharon Hope Page defense can hang its hat on, is showing up Potts. 2nd down 10 coming up. Looks to be 3 backs in the backfield, offset Carlson and Jacobson. And Reamer, the fullback, handoff Jacobson, and he is met in the backfield for a loss of about 2 on the play. That was Brady Letmeyer, the outside backer, and it's 3rd and long.
Letmeyer read that perfectly. You know, watch the ball go all the way into the hands of Jacobson, and it just made the perfect play.
Carlson and Jacobson, both 1 rush, no yards. Jacobson, 13 rushes, 60 yards last week against Enderlin Maple Valley. Carlson, 26 for 143 and 2 scores on the ground. I formation ends on both sides. It's Jacobson in the backfield. Satcham back to pass. Has time. Plenty of time. Now the blitz comes in. He had all the time in the world, but he's sacked at the 30-yard line for a loss of 5. Bowman in on the play. And now 4th down comes up for Finley-Sharon Hope Page. Both teams going tit for tat on defense. Good, emphatic starts for both defensive squads.
Yeah, and I mean, just stood in the pocket a little too long there. Almost had to get rid of it as quickly as he can, but just got swallowed up as the punt team comes out for the Spartans.
Kevin Satcham back to punt. Tate Mart at the 40-yard line, and it is offside to the right at the 40, and it goes exactly out of bounds at the 40-yard line. An angled punt to the left by Satcham, and that's where we'll see the Lobos.
They're going to give it an extra yard, so positioned at the 41.
And officially you are right, I believe, Jeremy Peralta. It's at the 41-yard line of Double LM, and drive number 2 ensues for the Lobos.
And we said this in the pregame, both teams having a shutout, at least 1 shutout in their season. So defensively, both teams defenses have the hot hand. It's just going to be a matter of which offense can come up.
Potts back to pass, screen play in the middle, caught, and for the 1st down, breaks a tackle, and then some more past the 40-yard line, Spartan territory, and near the 37-yard line. Tackled by Hebel.
No, Garrett Hebel with the big break there for the Lobos.
Hebel with the catch, and another 1st down completion for Potts. That one goes from the 41-yard line to the Spartan 37. Hebel on the grab. Now I formation. Split receiver to the left side, near sideline. Potts under center. Toss to Letmeyer. Takes it himself. Back inside. Lowers the shoulder for a gain of about 7.
Good play there by Letmeyer. Try and get the extra yards by putting a shoulder down and trying to truck through that defender. And he gets a gain of about 6 there.
Now last play for Potts. 12 yards on the reception. Now 2nd and 4 officially. after the 6-yard gain by Lettmeyer. Dual receivers left side, I formation. Potts, hands off, up the middle. Lettmeyer being gang tackled, finally roped down by Reamer. Cody Reamer rides the back of Lettmeyer, and it looks just shy of the sticks for 3rd and 1.
Brings a 3rd and inches.
Very close there to that first down, and Lobos just doing a good job moving the ball, methodically trying to get these first downs, not have any mistakes.
I formation. Charlie Bowman split out wide to the far right. Lettmeyer in the backfield. Potts will hand off to Lettmeyer, who met in the backfield immediately by, looks to be Hayden Hushka, but bullies his way for the first. And Gear in on the play for a first down.
And almost a fantastic stand there by the Spartans. Almost stopped Lettmeyer in the backfield, but that second effort Lettmeyer put in gave him that first down.
Now ball at the 27 of Spartan territory. Back-to-back drives for the Lobos in Finley-Sharon Page territory. I formation. Stacked box. Potts hands off. Lettmeyer stretch play. Right side has a gap and is tripped down right at the sticks and slides out of bounds. Nice edge play by Liam Satcham on the outside, and it's a gain of about 8.
Brings a 2nd and 2.
Good play there by Satcham to not let Lettmeyer round that corner and break free, or break one off for a touchdown there.
Looks like Brady Lettmeyer just got a breather on the sideline. New back in. That is Tate Martin in the backfield, I formation. Sending Charlie Bowman in motion is Potts under center. He will sweep it to Mart. Ball is on the ground. Mart gets it back, but he is forced down for a loss by both Brooks Braun and Hayden Hushka. Brings up 3rd down.
And what a costly play there for the Lobos. Moving the ball with a purpose, getting down to a manageable 2nd and 2, and then just the hiccup there on the toss. And luckily Mart was able to land back up on that ball, but he had to do it quick. There were Spartans all around him.
He barely just found it with his right hand. A loss of 8 to the Spartan 26. Single back is Lettmeyer. It's going to be rolling out to the right and a screen pass. And all alone out on the left side, Carter Bowman will take it 26 yards. The catch to the crib. Touchdown, LaMoure-Litchville Marion. 26-yard screen play, and all alone on the near sideline is Carter Bowman, the sophomore, with his 2nd receiving touchdown of the season.
And just a beautiful screen pass there to Bowman.
2-point conversion coming up by formation. Charlie Bowman out to the right side. Play action. Potts finds his man, Hebel, and he's cut down, but right at the goal line for the 2-point conversion. Garrett Hebel finds his way in. 8-0 early on. An efficient, effective drive for Double LM. 8-0. LaMoure-Litchville Marion on top of Finley-Sharon Page on your Keith Irie Pioneer Seat scoreboard. Right back after this break. This is YourLiveEvent.com.
Delivering success. With decades of research, Pioneer has the genetics, tools, and local testing capabilities to deliver the most diverse and consistent seed for your farm needs. Work with Keith Irie, Matt Powell, and Chelsea Beaton in Hope, your local Pioneer team, to evaluate your needs and select the best varieties with the right herbicide-tolerant trait for your farm. With the science behind Pioneer products and the local service, you get success from your crop yields. Good luck to the Finley-Sharon Hope Page team from your local Pioneer seed representatives, Keith Irie, Matt Powell, and Chelsea Beaton of Hope.
Welcome back to YourLiveEvent.com. 8-0 LaMoure-Litchville Marion over Finley-Sharon Page. 4:06 in the first quarter after the 26-yard touchdown strike from Potts to Bowman, Carter Bowman on the screenplay on your Keith Irie Pioneer Seed scoreboard. An effective drive to the end zone for LaMoure-Litchville Marion after some nice passes by Potts, one of 21 yards, and then the 26-yard strike. Not really a strike. He Was wide open, Bowman was. Nobody there as the play action fooled the entire Spartan defense.
Sent everybody to the right, and Bowman was just open on the left side.
Connor Dahl takes the ball near the 30 and takes a wallop and is short of the 40 at the 38 of Spartan territory. That's where we'll see the Spartans set up shop.
Brock Wendell with the big hit on the kickoff to get the tackle.
Wendell tackle brings up 1st and 10 for Spartans on their own 40.
And the kicker for
38.
LaMoure-Litchville Marion on the kickoff, that is Dustin Kettling, number 9. Now the Spartans down on the scoreboard. First time they allowed a point since the first week of the season. But that was a 54-18 victory over Tri-State. Now at their own 38. It's Reamer, Jacobson, and Carlson in the backfield. Handoff, Carlson, stretch play to left side, cuts it back inside, and skids past one tackler and falls down to the 45. Flag on the play in the offensive backfield. Looks like it might be holding.
Yeah, it looks like this play is going to be coming back.
And it is holding on the Spartans, their first penalty tonight. Back up, Finley-Sharon Hope Page. Good run by Carlson, able to bounce it inside. And Carlson has put on some muscle since basketball season in the winter at 190 pounds, Eiler is. At 5'10" as well, growing, just a junior and getting the nod. Looks like Jacobson comes out to the sideline, and in for Jacobson is Connor Dahl, number 8. 1st and 18 at the Spartan 30. I formation, Dahl, the wing on the left. And it will be hand off to Dahl coming in from his wing position, and he gains maybe 1.
Dahl with the carry.
And Dahl making the right choice, finding the hole that he needed to go through, but it just collapsed on him too quickly.
2 yards officially for Dahl, and I believe that's the first set of yards picked up by Finley-Sharon Page. No yards gained on their first drive.
And then the yards that Carlson got to start this drive ended up bringing him back.
They officially give Dahl 4, 2nd down and 16. At the Spartan 32. Single back. That's Cody Reamer, the senior. Carlson, slot to the right. Satcham looking, and he will throw it right into the hands of number 85. That's Colton Ness. His 3rd interception of the season. Picked off at the 50, puts a man on the ice, and is finally dragged down, bullied down at the 10. 1st down and goal coming up for LaMoure-Litchville Marion. An interception by Liam Satcham, picked off by Colton Ness.
Satcham just faced with a little bit of pressure there and overthrew his target. I believe he was trying to get that to Blake Jacobson, and that was just well off target, and Colton Ness in the right place in the right time.
Ness didn't really have to move much for it. Satcham didn't get a good, precise drop zone for it, and Jacobson was blanketed by a plethora of Lobo defensive backs. Nonetheless, it's 1st down and goal at the 10. I formation. Potts, toss to Mart, has some blockers, 3 in front of him. Now Jacobson pushes him down after about a 4-yard gain near the sticks. 2:48 here in the first quarter, 8-0, LaMoure-Litchville Marion. Mart in his first carry lost 8 yards. He gets 3 back right there, so officially -5. No, he gets 2, so make it -6 on 2 carries for Tate Mart. Looks like Brady Lettmeyer late to the party. And they have I formation. I formation for the Lobos. Mart in motion, coming left to right. Potts under center. Potts back to pass. Slant pattern in the end zone and dropped by Charlie Bowman, but they're going to call a flag in the end zone. It looks like they might call it on Calvin Satcham. Or excuse me, Liam Satcham. Could be pass interference, and it is against the Spartans, and that'll be a 1st down.
And I'll move them half the distance to the goal.
The ref's officially going to make a call here. It will be the 2nd penalty of the night against the Spartans. Half a distance officially called against the Spartans.
Ball on the 3-yard line.
Ball goes to the 3-yard line in favor of Lobos.
And on that last pass, Corbin Potts just trying to get the quick grab and go out to Charlie Bowman. And he dropped that good defensive play by the Spartans, but just a little too much contact there.
Bowman on the season, 4 receptions. Coming into this game, 3 touchdowns. And not a first down, they just call it half distance. I formation. Bowman split out wide to the right, that's Charlie. Lettmeyer in the backfield, I formation with Potts under center. 3 yards to go, 2nd down and 3. Lettmeyer, the dive, puts on his blinker and scurries into the end zone easily. Touchdown, Lobos. 3 yards out, Lettmeyer lets loose into the end zone. And it's 14-0, LaMoure-Litchville Marion. After the interception thrown by Liam Satcham to Colton Ness, we'll see the Lobos go for 2. Shotgun with Potts and Lettmeyer on his right side. Mart and Bowman, the receivers in the slots. Potts route to his right, deflected off of a Spartan. I believe that was Zara Carlson in on the deflection, as well as Hayden Hushka. The 2-point conversion is no good, but it is 14-0. Double LM on top of Finley-Sharon Hope Page on your Keith Irie Pioneer Seed scoreboard. We'll take a break and come back after this. 2:38 left to play in the first quarter on yourliveevent.com.
I'm starting off on some smaller projects to get me worked up to some of the bigger things built around here.
The atmosphere in the shop is very, very team-based, which is great.
It's really cool to see the beginning and end product.
So it's very satisfying to build something that you know people are really going to appreciate.
Welcome back to yourliveevent.com. 14-0 on the Keith Irie Pioneer Seed scoreboard. 701-789-0315. Please give Keith your business. The Lobos, after the interception by Colton Ness, picking off Liam Satcham, they plunge it in from 3 yards out thanks to Brady Lettmeyer. And it's 14-0, 2:38 left to play in this first quarter. And the Spartans, a season high on defense, giving up 18 points in that season opener at Tri-State in a shutout last week versus Enderlin Maple Valley. They have given up 14 so far in this first Q. Kickoff is near the 25 and be picked up by Connor Dahl, puts on a few jukes, and down at the 30 after the kick by Dustin Kettling. So far in this ball game, Liam Satcham, he's been sacked, hasn't got a pass off, but one pass intercepted. Carlson, 1 rush, no yards, had 1 4-yard carry negated after a penalty. Dahl for 1 carry, 4 yards, and Jacobson 0 yards on 1 rush. So nothing going just yet for the Spartans, but they're at their own 30. I formation with Carlson, offset to the right, handoff to Carlson, goes to the left, now pushes up the middle, and he'll be gang tackled for a minimal gain of about 2. And on the play, look to be Garrett Hebel and Braden Steffes, the 2 middle linebackers.
I think they're going to give him 4.
He won the tackle.
Carlson able to carry it for 4, using that larger frame he's put on at 190 and 5'10".
Yeah, good second effort there by Carlson to just keep chugging his legs for that few extra yardage.
Reamer, the fullback, he'll block for Carlson, gets the call once again, and he's down at the 35-yard line, a gain of 1.
Both the Lobos on the tackle.
I believe there's a interception, a defensive turnover belt for LaMoure-Litchville Marion on the sideline. They had it coming in to tonight's contest as Connor Dahl is subbed out for Blake Jacobson, and that one was celebrated just a few moments ago after the Colton Ness interception. His 3rd of the young season. He also has a fumble recovery. He is quite the ball hawk. He plays officially back deep as the safety. It's Carlson in motion. Satcham loses the snap and will be roped down, wrangled down by Lettmeyer.
Lettenmeyer breaking through the line to get a hold of Satcham. And Satcham just having a tough time out there right now. He's been faced with a lot of pressure.
With the 4th and 8.
Loss of 3 on the broken play. Satcham couldn't make anything of it, and he lost his jersey, getting ripped off his shoulder pad, being fixed on the sideline. And Finley-Sharon Page will punt on 4th down and 8. Tate Martin, cornerback, as well as Charlie Bowman, and it was Ness as a safety. Now Tate will drop back to return the punt, and it's downed after a errant snap by Calvin Satcham at the 16-yard line. His knee hit down as he was trying to corral the football, and everything going wrong for Finley-Sharon Page with just 26 ticks left in this first quarter.
Yeah, the offense is just chugging. The offense is being held to a standstill right now. Defense can't really seem to find an answer for, this Lobos offense, and it's got the Spartans are just gonna have to find a way to turn this around.
I formation, Ness the tight end on the right. Charlie Bowman in motion left to right. Potts will drop back the pass. Has a rush. The blitz from Reamer not in time. Wide open. Touchdown, LaMoure-Litchville Marion. Colton Ness strikes.
Colton Ness.
That one from 16 yards out from Potts. His last 2 passes have gone for 6. One of 26 and now 16. Ness with a catch of 14 on a first down and now 16 on a touchdown. 20-0, LaMoure-Litchville Marion. They'll go for the 2-point conversion of 20 seconds left. Hebel, the wing on the left. Letmeyer in the backfield. Potts under center. Getting out of hand for the Spartans. Toss to Letmeyer. Has a clear lane with the blocks and slips back inside. Now to the outside. 2-point conversion good. 22-0, LaMoure-Litchville Marion. After the 16-yard dart wide open to Colton Ness from Corbin Potts. And the Lobos showing off why they're the top 5 team in 9-man football. Take a break and come back after this ad break on yourliveevent.com.
Let's get real. You're ready for a place that's big enough to grow and small enough to care. So get ready for the University of Minnesota Crookston. With more than 30 majors, minors, and certificates, you'll earn a University of Minnesota degree in a close-knit community where faculty become friends and friends feel like family. And to get a degree that can make a difference, you don't need a big city, just big dreams. The University of Minnesota Crookston. Real, hands-on, ready.
22-0 here with 20 seconds left in the first quarter. Colton Ness wide open in the end zone for a 16-yard strike from Corbin Potts. That's Potts' second touchdown toss of the evening. And Finley-Sharon Page in danger of letting this one get away in their home opener. For double LM, Dustin Ketterling, the sophomore, to kick off back deep. Cody Reamer and Zara Carlson, feet planted at their own 20. This one directed towards Reamer, and it's tipped by Connor Dahl. Reamer officially finds it, gets a nice block from Dahl, lowers his shoulder, and Reamer scurries and slips past the 40. Ball at the 42 for Finley-Sharon Page. Plenty of football going on in North Dakota on yourliveevent.com tonight. Fargo North, Fargo South. EDC ball. Hillsborough Central Valley taking on Harvey Wells County. And I believe Ellendale Edgeley Colm versus Lisbon, all on yourliveevent.com tonight. Derek Zimmerman-Geyer, Jerry Peralta with you in Hope, North Dakota at Hope Page School for the Spartans and the Lobos. 2 former Region 1 rivals, now the Spartans in Region 2. Here in their final year as a co-op between Finley-Sharon and Hope Page. Looks like Satcham will have a spread offense. Jacobson in his right hip. And we have a flag on the play, and it's a delay of game against Finley-Sharon Hope Page, their third tonight. Down 22-0 on the Keith Irie Pioneer Seed scoreboard at 701-789-0315. Colton Ness a menace so far in this game. He has an interception on defense, a touchdown on offense, and a first down grab as well. We'll see the same spread offense. Blitz coming on the play, and it's a draw to Jacobson, who falls just for a gain or a negative gain of about 3. And that's how the first quarter ends here in Hope, North Dakota. On the Keith Irie Pioneer Seat scoreboard, LaMoure-Litchville Marion 22, Finley-Sharon Page nothing, courtesy of 2 touchdown tosses by Corbin Potts and a 3-yard touchdown run by Brady Letmeyer. Right back after this ad break. Don't go anywhere. You're watching at YourLiveEvent.com.
If you're in need of Minnesota and or North Dakota high school athletics coverage, head to YourLiveEvent.com so you don't miss out on moments like these.
Straight up the middle, bounces, he's open, he's down the field, touchdown, Nuggets!
Go to our YouTube page at Your Live Event, powered by Halstead Telephone Company and R&J Broadcasting Incorporated.
Intercepted!
Follow us on Twitter at Your Live Event 1 and on Facebook at Your Live Event.
There's no way to count the number of sandwiches you've packed over the years. Hard to imagine this day would come. Yeah, there's still the same fields, the same roads, the same hard work. But now they're in someone else's hands. And you couldn't be more proud of who you're handing the farm to. No matter what the future holds, Ag Country is here to help you plan ahead.
Welcome back to YourLiveEvent.com. It's the second quarter officially. Second down and 19 at the Spartan 32. Spread offense for the Spartans down 22-0. Keith Irie Pioneer Seat scoreboard. Carlson in motion. Handoff. Jacobson. Carlson the block. Jacobson bounces outside. Lowers the shoulder. And the bulldozer Blake Jacobson gains about 4. Hebel in on the play. Garrett Hebel from his linebacking spot. And after a second and long, it's still third and long coming up for the Spartans. Jacobson's now third carry.
Third down.
Third down and 13.
The Spartans just trying to pound the ground game, as Satcham has just not had the time to throw the ball. Yeah.
Satcham looking to pass on third and long in the shotgun, and he'll go to Carlson. Quick flare pass. Carlson catches it, corrals it, and is to the original line of scrimmage, but forced out of bounds, and it's fourth down. Ball is at the 42. Now it looks to be.
Brings up fourth and about 10.
Ball was at the 32. Now it looks to be at the
41.
41-ish, and now call a gain of about 9 for Carlson. First completion tonight for Satcham.
Yeah, Satcham just going to the screen look there, getting it to Carlson, trying to let him do all the work.
Calvin Satcham has another errant pass, or another punt. This one's blocked by the Lobos. The snap no good, and it's picked up, and I believe that's Colton Ness to the pylon. Touchdown, Lobos!
Touchdown with Colton Ness.
Double LM with the blocked punt off the errant long snap. And Finley-Sharon Page gives up 6 once again.
And that was Colton Ness there to pick up the ball and take it all the way back for a touchdown. Ness just doing it all today, but the Spartans having a little bit of trouble there. The ball goes high, and punter wasn't able to get it in time to get the ball away, and the Lobos just capitalized.
A soul-crushing errant snap. And now 2-point conversion coming with 11:01 in the second quarter. I formation for the Lobos. Letmeyer in the backfield. Potts under center. Handoff to Letmeyer left side. Bounce inside. Lowers the shoulder. He's in 30-0. Double LM over FSHP. 30-0. Lobos on top on the Keith Irie Pioneer Seat scoreboard after the Colton Ness defensive and special teams touchdown. The defensive team and the special team showing out for the Lobos with block, punt, and interception, and the Lobos paying off to fruition. Right back after this ad break on YourLiveEvent.com.
Dakota Heritage Bank is a bank on the go and on the grow. We now have 9 locations in Hunter, Hope, Galesburg, Hillsboro, Grandin, Gackle, Streeter, Judd, and Harvey. More locations and more services. Dakota Heritage Bank offers mobile banking and online banking with bill pay so you can bank anytime, anywhere. Stop in and visit Dakota Heritage Bank today. Sharing our heritage, sharing our future. dhbanknd.com. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Welcome back to YourLiveEvent.com. 30-0 LaMoure-Litchville Marion. 11:01 left in the second quarter on top of Finley-Sharon Page on the Keith Irie Pioneer Seed scoreboard. A blocked punt. Calvin Satcham's snap went over his head, and the second errant snap by Grant Irie for the Spartans goes over Satcham's head. Blocked as he tries to get it off, and Colton Ness takes it for 6. This one right into the hands of Satcham at the 30, now to the 40, cuts near sideline and rope down at the Spartan 46. A line drive on the kick from Kettling.
Best position the Spartans have had all day, and going back to your point, yeah, another over-the-head snap on the punt. You know, the first time it happened, luckily they were able to, stop the play dead before the Lobos were able to capitalize. But on that last one, the Lobos just rallied too quickly and got to the ball, and were just able to take it the distance.
In the last drive for Finley-Sharon Page, before they punted and had it blocked, they started showing off a spread offense with 4 men out, and they go back to their running formation. Split backfield, Dahl and Carlson in the back. Dahl will block for Zeiler, who bounces off his own offensive lineman, but is corralled down by a long line of Lobos for a minimal gain. Officially gain of 3 for Carlson. 2nd down and 7 coming up at the 46.
2nd and 7.
Carlson,
Ball on the 49.
4 rushes, 8 yards. Last week, 26 rushes for a $143.
And that's just a testament to this Lobos defense. They've managed to put a stop to Carlson's big explosive plays that allowed him to rack up so many yards last week.
Ball at the 49, and it's a quarterback keeper from Satcham. Read option, pitch option, out to Carlson. Tackle from behind, and after the first down from the 49 to the 40 for Carlson.
That's not for Spartan. First down.
A gain of 9 for Zeiler.
I mean, that's the exact play you want if you're the Spartans. You want to get some ground and some momentum going your way. And that read option there played out like a charm.
Officially a gain of 10 for Carlson at the 41 of Lobo territory. He has 18. On the ground, 9:33 and ticking. Offset backfield. Reamer, the fullback, he'll get the call, makes a man miss, now stiff arm, right side, and he's finally taken down at the 35 of Lobo territory. Nice play there, nice call, calling Reamer's number on the fullback draw.
And just good footwork there by Reamer to make the first man miss, almost being able to break away from Tate Mart, who wrapped his arms around him. And, I mean, he had one man to beat.
2nd down and 4 after Reamer's first rush tonight for 6. Ball at the 35. Offset backfield. Satcham under center. Counter to Carlson, and he will go nowhere. Maybe gains 1, and we have a flag from the back judge.
We got a flag on the play.
Maybe a late hit or maybe a hold, either or. It came from the Lobos side of the field. Refs converge. A face mask. Personal foul against Double LM. And I believe that's only the second penalty tonight against the Lobos. First down, Finley-Sharon Page. And from the 35.
10 for the Spartans on the Lobos 29.
And it moves it to the 29.
So more good things coming the way of the Spartans. They're starting to get a groove going on offense. They're driving the ball down. And then thanks to that face mask, they get an automatic first down. So now they can really start to game plan here as they inch the ball even closer.
Spartans in striking distance at the 29 of the Lobos. Carlson left side, and he's going nowhere. He loses yards on the play. On the play is Carter Bowman, outside linebacker for the TFL. Officially 1 yard loss by Carlson. I'll call it a loss of 2 officially. 2nd down and 12 coming up at the Lobo 31. Looks like Blake Jacobson takes a breather on the bench. Connor Dahl in for him in the backfield. Carlson a wing on the right side, and Cody Reamer the fullback. I formation. The junior Satcham under center. He'll look the pass, has time. Now coming from Bowman, and a diving interception at the 30-yard line at the 20. It's picked off.
Garrett Hebel reading the quarterback very well to get the interception. That's another turnover by the Spartans.
Garrett Hebel with the blanket coverage over the middle. He had the flats responsibility, and he moved it back inside. Satcham, it was a very fantastic effort by Hebel to find that one, but it's Satcham's 2nd pick tonight after being clean last week versus Enderlin Maple Valley. Lobos set up at their own 23, 1st down and 10, 7:38 second quarter. Potts under center, Lettmeyer behind him. Hebel, the right side wing. Potts straight back the pass, go route, looking for Bowman, and through his hands. Nice coverage from Liam Satcham, 2nd down and 10.
Potts and Charlie Bowman just not in sync tonight. That is I believe that is the 3rd or 4th time we have seen them go to that option. And Bowman just, again, lets that one slip through his hands.
Bowman on, I believe, his last target was in the end zone, and it was called for pass interference against the Spartans. But that's now 3 incompletions against Corbin Potts. And he had only 1 coming into this game all season. Nonetheless, he's up 30-0. That's Tate Martin in motion. He'll get the handoff. Little pop pass, and Jacobson throws him down by his shoulder pads, bowling down. Blake Jacobson does, and it's a loss on the play.
Jacobson was not going to be fooled on that play. The Lobos tried to do a little bit of trickery with Potts handing the ball, quickly giving the ball off to Mart, and then trying to hand it off to Lettenmeyer, and Jacobson was not fooled.
It's officially a pass from Potts. He loses 4 on that. I'll mess up his stat sheet. Mart loses 4 on the little pop pass in motion. Corbin Potts under center, Lettenmeyer behind him. Hebel the right wing, blitz not coming. Alone is Gear with Potts, and a man open is Ness, and goes sky high and lost the football. Sarah Carlson has the football. What do they call? Was Ness down? And the flag was called also in the defensive backfield. Doug Gear slow to get up at the 15 with a limp in his right leg.
I believe the refs are going to call this down.
Or his left leg for Gear, and yeah, it looked like Ness may have been down. Carlson was able to scrap away that football near the end. From the 19, the ball at I believe the 36 now.
Well, Ness and Carlson were battling for the ball while in the air, and they were coming down. So it almost leaves to wonder how much of that ball did Carlson have when they finally landed.
Believe
that's going to be a hold on Finley, on the Spartans, and it's a 1st down for the Lobos. They will rule Ness down.
A gain of 17 yards in favor of Ness. Ball looks to be at the 36.
Carlson
ball 37 now.
Carlson and Ness, that is the matchup we have been seeing all night. And Ness so far has just had the advantage.
Ness was a menace last season and proving to be so again this game. Potts back to pass, has time, going deep for Tart, and it is just incomplete and shy of Mart's hands. Tate Mart didn't have his defensive back beat. That is, I believe, Dylan Reamer on the coverage. Incompletion number 4 for Potts. It's 2nd down 10 to 37.
Yeah, Mart had maybe half a step on Reamer, but Reamer was right there almost every step of the way. needed to watch that ball and kind of follow it down into his hands.
2nd down and 10, I formation. And a fumble on the play and picked up by Finley-Sharon Page. That is Grant Irie, Johnny on the spot.
And Corbin Potts lost track of the ball, and his center kind of backed him up, so it cleared the way for Grant Irie to just land on the ball, and this gives the Spartans another chance on offense, and we'll see if they'll be able to capitalize here.
First turnover from LaMoure-Litchville Marion, just losing the ball on the exchange under center Corbin Potts. And Wyatt Waite, we have I formation at the Lobo 36 for Satcham and the Spartans. Carlson now motion out wide to the right. Fullback dive for Connor Dahl, gains about 4.
Actually, I believe that was Cody Reamer.
Oh, excuse me. Yes, it is Cody Reamer. Cody Reamer gains 4. Make it 5. 4 on the play for Reamer. His second carry tonight. Ball at the 36. Exactly the little kick start the Spartans need. After turning it over twice themselves, also a block punt on special teams. 2 ends. I formation, Dahl on the right side, and now a pitch to Carlson from Satcham, who puts on his blinker back inside and gains about 2. Ball came loose, and now the whistle is called. Colton Ness was looking for another scoop and score, and they call the ball dead.
And that's going to be a 3rd down coming up here.
If Ness had that play live, it would have been his 3rd touchdown tonight. 1 receiving and 1 on special teams.
And then 1 on defense if he had gotten this.
Gain of 2 for Carlson. 3rd and 4 at the 30. Same formation. I formation with Dahl offset to the right. Hand off to Jacobson and for Carlson. Bounces right side, puts his shoulder down, and Blake bullies his way just shy of the sticks. It'll be 4th down and 1.
Tackle.
They're getting ever so closer to that 1st down. They're about 4th and 2, actually. 4th and...
Brings up 4th and about a yard and a half.
4th and 1, you were right. So a yard.
Always round up, Jerry.
Yeah. 4th and 1 coming up here. I mean, the Spartans need something on offense, so they're gonna look to just pound the ball on the ground to get this 1st down.
Dahl, Reamer, Carlson, all the backs, and we have a flag. It looks like we have a false start, perhaps, by Finley-Sharon Page. We have a false start indeed, and now back him up 5 and make it 4th down and 6. 3rd penalty against FSHP.
Penalties playing a factor here in this game. FSA, the Finley-Sharon Hope, has just struggled with some penalties here, and it's really it's hurt them down the line.
Yeah, just 3 penalties, but that one picks Finley-Sharon Page apart for 4th down and 6. Satcham under center. Dahl behind him. Reamer out wide to the left. And back to pass. And nobody in the flats for Satcham. Carlson took off on a go out wide to the far side. And it's a turnover on downs against Finley-Sharon Page.
And immediately, Satcham was faced with a Lobo in his face. Didn't have time to set his feet or even go through his progressions. The Lobos defense has just broken through on every pass opportunity, and Satcham has not had a clear backfield.
Blitz screaming in on Satcham. He had to get off. And maybe Carlson ran the right route. We don't know. Satcham just didn't need to take the sack and lose even more yards.
Yeah, smart play by Satcham to just throw it away.
Toss to Letmeyer, far side, left side. And you'll have the 1st down and much more from the 32. And Letmeyer is loose. Out of here. Touchdown, LaMoure-Litchville Marion. 68 yards for Brady Letmeyer, and it's 36-0.
his second touchdown on the game today. Lettenmeyer, he ran one earlier in the first. He scored the second touchdown of the game, which was a 3-yard one, and now he broke one big for 68 yards.
Brady Lettenmeyer came into this game with 5 touchdowns. Now he has 7 and is showing off his backfield prowess. 2-point conversion coming up. Tate Martin in the backfield. Potts under center. Charlie Bowman out wide to the left. Tebow at the wing. Toss to Tate Mart. And a little juke back in and back out. And back inside. He ran into Bowman.
There's some laundry on the field.
Looks like this one might be against LaMoure-Litchville Marion. That one thrown in the vicinity of Bowman. The ref looking inside at the blocking. And it's a block in the back against the Lobos.
Block in the back against the Lobos.
And the penalty declined, of course, by Finley-Sharon Page, but nonetheless, Double LM up 36-0 after the 68-yard scamper by Lettenmeyer on the Keith Irie Partner Seat scoreboard. LaMoure-Litchville Marion 36, Finley-Sharon Page nothing. Right back after this on YourLiveEvent.com.
Goose River Heating and Cooling Hillsboro, serving the Hillsboro and surrounding communities, ready to provide you with service work to existing and new customers. Whether Corey and the crew installed your heating and cooling system or not, they're ready to assist you with your service concerns. And if it's time to update your heating and cooling systems, whether it's your home, farm shop, a cabin, or office building, give Corey and the crew at Goose River Heating and Cooling a call. 701-430-1990. That's Goose River Heating and Cooling, Hillsboro, serving the Hillsboro area and surrounding communities.
Welcome back to Hope, North Dakota. It's getting away from Finley-Sharon Page, and the Lobos are letting loose here against the Region 2 Spartans. 36-0, Double M on top of FSHP on the Keith Irie Partner Seat scoreboard. 701-789-0315. The Lobos to kick once again here in the Spartans home opener of 2021. Carlson and Reamer back deep. Kicking off, Kettling. He kicks it to Cody Reamer, and it's picked up actually by number 2, and now bounce inside to the 45 and to midfield at the 50. Picked up, nice return by Dylan Reamer. Spartans will have a nice shot set up near midfield. Looks like it's exactly on the 50-yard line, left hash mark.
So good field position coming up here for the Spartans on this drive. And definitely want to try and put some points up on the board before halftime.
Lobos defensive backs have been dominant so far tonight. Now two interceptions by the Lobos, one by Colton Ness, the other by Garrett Hebel, the middle linebacker. Trips to the right side for Finley-Sharon Page, but we have a false start by Hayden Hushka, the left guard, and it backs up the Spartans 5 more, their 4th penalty this evening, Jerry.
And just not the way you want this drive to start at all.
Already down 36. Similar game that we saw last night between Polk County West, Red Lake County. It was a 41-0 game at halftime in favor of the Thunder of PCW. We're going to go same formation. Trips to the right. Reamer in the backfield, Satcham left hip. Screen pass to Carlson, has blockers. Now Tate Mart meets him, and it might be a loss. No, it's a gain of 1 for Carlson. And the reception complete from Satcham. Brings up about 2nd down and 12 coming up.
Lost ball 2 brings it 2nd and 12.
Second completion for Satcham. And the second catch for Carlson for 12 yards through the air. Ball at the 42-yard line of Spartan territory. 2nd down and 17. After that 10-yard false start penalty by Hayden Hushka. 2nd down and long, I formation. Satcham, toss, reverse from Carlson to Dahl, and he's roped down. No trickery here, and that is snuffed and sniffed out by the Lobos. The official number by Wendell, that is for LaMoure-Litchville Marion on the play. The defensive line sniffing it out by Brock Wendell. Timeout on the scoreboard, Keith Irie, Pioneer Seat scoreboard, LM 36, Finley-Sharon Page nothing. This is yourliveevent.com.
Farmers, are you expanding, upgrading, or want to automate? Visit with the experienced staff at Hope Electric to learn about the latest electrical systems and the newest technologies that they have developed to make your operation more efficient. Get a custom system in place with features like iPad truck loading and remote view grain storage, touchscreen controls, hazard monitoring systems, and wireless cellular cameras to protect your assets. Hope Electric, serving the agricultural and commercial industry since 1978. Visit hopeelectric.com or call 701-945-2460.
Ball is spotted at the 37-yard line of Spartan territory. They face 3rd and 22. Deja vu. They have seen 3rd and long many times tonight after that 5-yard loss by Connor Dahl. Now Satcham back to pass, immediately in his face, and did he throw it down or was it a fumble? It's still a live ball, and it's picked up by the Lobos, and now the refs call it dead. Just as Carter Bowman was ready to score 6, the sophomore almost had a tutty. And what do they call? The refs are going to converge here. Converge and confer.
The head official said it was a fumble, but I think it was the back judge that said it was a spiked ball. So now they're going to converge to talk this one out. It was clearly thrown spiked ball.
Well, Dane LeBon, senior defensive lineman, who had 3 pressures coming into this game on the season, was right up in Satcham's grill. And they call intentional grounding on Liam Satcham. Lost it down, 4th down. And 4th down and very long coming up for Finley-Sharon Hope Page. The 5th penalty against Finley-Sharon Hope Page tonight. So that makes 3rd down and 22. Marks it back at the 27 and 4th and 33.
So a very, very long 3rd down. Doesn't really hold much for the Spartans, and then now they're even backed up 4th and even longer.
Satcham finally gets a snap. He can boots it to Tate Mart, taken at the 38, and immediately taken down by Zaire Carlson, showing some grit and some spit out there. And that's where the Lobos will have the ball up 36 with 2:20 left to play in the first half. Zaire Carlson showing out on special teams.
For the Lobos on their own 37.
Ball at the 37 officially. And now it's a matter of time. Well, of course, I believe we'll see the Lobos starters come out after halftime if this scoring barrage keeps up for Double LM. But how long will we see these starters after that? We'll see them on this drive with 2:20 left in the first half. Lettmeyer, left hip of Potts. Single receivers both sides. Potts, screen pass to Hebel, almost picked up by Reamer, and Hebel might have a lane, and he gashes all the way to the Spartan 34-yard line.
Pass lead to Hebel.
Hebel takes that one for a first down from Potts,
Brings up 1st and 10 for
and it's in
Lobos.
Spartan territory.
Spartans 35.
Ball officially at the Spartan 35. And a first down toss for Potts. 1:58 and ticking in the half. Same formation this time, Lettmeyer to the right side. Potts rolls out to his right, looks for Hebel once again, corrals it and spun out of bounds inside the 20 near the 27.
Tackle by Reamer.
Reamer on the tackle. Hebel's 3rd catch tonight. That one minimal.
Brings up 2nd and about 2.
And actually a gain of 8. And 2nd and 2 coming up. Looks like Lettmeyer comes out, and in his place on offense, Carter Bowman checks into the ball game. Taking the place at halfback is Garrett Hebel. Shotgun formation, doubles to the left, single to the right. Potts takes a snap, looks to pass. Ness wide open over the middle, seam route caught. 6 points for LaMoure-Litchville Marion. Touchdown Lobos. 27 yards out from Potts to Ness.
And I mean, just a beautiful play. I mean, we have seen Potts go to Ness several times, and Ness has just done it all today, as that is his 3rd touchdown in the game.
42-0. LaMoure-Litchville Marion going for PAT. 2-point conversion coming up. Let Meyer in. Shotgun for Potsons. Tate Martin motion. Right to left. Draw to let Meyer. Bounces off one tackle. And he might be short, and he is short. 2-point conversion no good, but a 27-yard seam route strike from Corbin Potts to Colton Ness puts the Lobos up 42-0 with 1:39 left to play in the first half on the Keith Irie Pioneer Seed scoreboard.
100 years, Finley Farmers Grain and Elevator, a full-service cooperative, has been growing and adapting with the ever-changing agriculture industry. These strong roots in eastern North Dakota include a dedicated staff of 42 full-time employees. Finley Farmers Grain and Elevator offers a variety of services, including agronomy, sales and service, custom application, grain drying and handling, bulk fuel and oil, tire repair, and light mechanic work. Finley Farmers Grain and Elevator is a buyer of corn, soybeans, wheat, and sunflowers. Learn more by visiting FinleyFarmersElevator.com.
Colton Ness scores his 3rd touchdown tonight. A 27-yard seam route completion taken for 6, courtesy of Corbin Potts. 42-0. Finley-Sharon Page trails LaMoure-Litchville Marion. 1:39 left in the first half. Keith Irie Pioneer Seed scoreboard here in the home opener for the Spartans in 2021.
The Lobos, they just haven't been able to do anything wrong so far on offense. They've had a couple. They had the first drive, which the Spartans were able to make a big stop when it mattered, but the Lobos' offense has since just started to click.
Kettling to Cody Reamer right into his breadbasket. You can hear the thud off his shoulder pads, and it's officially down after the getting tackled by Lobos at the Spartan 45.
Tackled by Steffes.
Ness has scored on 2 touchdown receptions and a blocked punt. Ness has 3 catches tonight. A 14-yard first down, a 16-yard touchdown strike, and then that last one of 27.
Yeah, and then about a 24-yard punt blocked returned for a touchdown. Ness has just been all over the field today. He even has an interception.
Ness with 5 receiving touchdowns total this season. Carlson in motion, flares out to the right. Fullback dive to Reamer, tripped up and roped down to the 50. A gain of 5 for the fullback. Steffes in on the play. Cody Reamer, 3 carries, 15 yards. He's the second leading carrier for Finley-Sharon Page. Carlson, 7 rushes, 18 on the ground. Ball at the 50, right at the left hash mark. Looks to be I formation. Connor Dahl, left side wing. No, he's in the slot on the short side of the field. Satcham under center. Another fullback dive. And Reamer running with rage in his heart. Another 5-yard gain. And that should be a first down at the Lobo 45.
All right. Yeah, they will move the ball. And we have a timeout on the field for the Spartans.
Timeout, Finley-Sharon Page. They trailed double LM 42-0 on the Keith Irie Pioneer Seed scoreboard. Be right back after this.
Farming today doesn't always feel the same way it used to. Then again, some of it feels all the same. Maybe it isn't so much the jobs that changed, but how they get done. Now that's a different story. Efficiencies are critical, which is why you need a lender who will find the right loan structure for a strong financial future. You need a lender to look out for your whole farm operation. Ag Country. Experts in every field.
We're back after, I believe, the first down of this ball game by Finley-Sharon Page. 2 straight 5-yard plunges by fullback Cody Reamer.
Well, this isn't the first down.
It's the first one in a while for Finley-Sharon Page. Ball at the Lobo 45. I formation. Carlson at the wing, and it's a reverse to Carlson. He scored on this play last week versus Ender Maple Valley. This time he gains about 4. Carlson's 8th carry.
Carlson, they've really tried to pound the ball with him, but this Lobos defense is held up.
Satchel back the pass. He has double to the left, and it's a screen to Reamer. Has a man, and now has a block, and just tripped up shy of the first down. Gain of about 6 yards, and timeout on the field. 6-yard completion from Satchel to Cody Reamer. That's Reamer's first reception. We'll take a break with him. 14 seconds left here in the first half. 42-0. LaMoure-Litchville Marion on top of Finley-Sharon Page. Keith Irie, Pioneer Seed scoreboard.
Schedules can be a slippery slope. With YourLiveEvent.com, that's just not the case. Find schedules for select Minnesota and North Dakota high school athletics at our website. That's www.yourliveevent.com. For schedule updates, follow our social media pages. Never miss again when it comes to scheduling with Your Live Event.
14 seconds left on the scoreboard. 42-0. Lobos on top of the Spartans. 3rd down and 1 coming up for Finley-Sharon Page. Doubles to the right. Reamer in motion to the left. Screen pass to Carlson, and he lowers the shoulder out of bounds for the first down. A gain of 5 for Zeiler.
Hard tackle brings up 1st and 10 for the Spartans.
First down from Satchel to Carlson with 10 ticks left on the clock. That ball at the 34 now. They call it a gain of 2. They needed 1. They got double that. Carlson's 3rd catch tonight. Same formation, doubles to the right. Reamer in the backfield, Satchel under center. Back the pass, man his face. A little hitch pattern for Carlson. Immediately bullied and shouldered out of bounds for a gain of 5. Tate Mart on the tackle. More of a shove on Carlson. Gain of 4 officially for Carlson. Four seconds left. Ball at the Lobo 30. Spartans down by 42. 0 on the scoreboard for them. Carlson out wide to the right. Jacobson to the left in the slot position. Shotgun for Satchel. Rolls out to his right. Going to look for Carlson at the sideline, and it's caught. And it's going to be a first down. No, they rule it incomplete. It doesn't matter. That is the horn for halftime. Finley-Sharon Page trails LaMoure-Litchville Marion 42-0 on the Keith Irie Pioneer Seed scoreboard. The Lobos are loose in Hope, North Dakota tonight. We'll take a break and come back with our halftime report after this. Don't go anywhere. You're watching YourLiveEvent.com, powered by Halstead Telephone Company and R&J Broadcasting Incorporated.
Dakota Heritage Bank, serving you with 10 locations across North Dakota and northwestern Minnesota, has a strong background in ag and business lending, but can also help with any auto, recreational, personal, or home loans, including home equity lines of credit. Dakota Heritage Bank is a family-owned community bank where decisions are made locally. Our friendly staff greets you with a smile, takes the time to get to know you, and can help with your banking needs. Visit us online, dhbanknd.com. Dakota Heritage Bank, Equal Housing Lender, member FDIC.
In times like these, it's good to know there's a place where people know who you are, no matter how long you've been gone. A place where the smells of home cooking are still in the air, where a simple wave warms your heart, and sharing stories is just a way of life. It's good to be home. Farmers Union Insurance, protecting what's important in life.
Your hometown agent, Tatum Brand, would like to wish the Lobos the best of luck this season.
Every business has its special needs and its own unique set of challenges. That's why we treat your business just like ours, to make sure you are covered right. Hello, this is Shane with Irie Insurance, and our agents have seen it all, and one slip-up can take a small business years to recover from. That's why it's so important for a small business to work with an insurance company that can save them money but also make sure they are protected. If you own a small business, we would like to work for you. Go to IrieInsurance.com to find a local agent near you.
The friendly staff at LaMoure Drugstore reminds you, from school supplies, greeting cards, or prescription needs, you can find it all at LaMoure Drugstore. COVID antibody testing and the Johnson & Johnson COVID vaccine also available. Plus, get your flu shot today. Watch out for the monthly flyer and monthly sales as well. Let LaMoure Drugstore be your one-stop shop for all your personal and giftware requests. LaMoure Drugstore, located in the center of LaMoure in the Bank North Mall. For more information, go to LaMoureDrugstore.com.
Welcome to our halftime report on YourLiveEvent.com on the Keith Irie Pioneer Seed scoreboard. LaMoure-Litchville Marion 42, Finley-Sharon Page 0, 701-789-0315. Please give Keith Irie your business at Pioneer Seed. Here at halftime, Jay Peralta down on the field. Derek Zimmerman-Gauer up here in the booth with you in this absolute bludgeoning, I could say, for the Lobos against the Spartans in their third week of play in North Dakota 9-man football. The Lobos, in their 2 games so far this season, 2-0, a 74-0 victory over LaMoure, and in 76-0 versus Griggs Makota, they look to return to form once again, already at 42 here early on after the first half. Let's see how we got here on the Keith Irie's Pioneer Seed scoreboard. Starting off for the Lobos, it was a 26-yard touchdown pass from Potts to Charlie Bowman. 8-0 at the 4:06 mark in the first quarter. And then at the 2:38 mark later on, in the, if it makes sense here, in quarter one still, at 2:38, a 3-yard Letmeyer lunge to the end zone. 14-0 PAT, 2-point conversion, no good. Later on in the first quarter, 16-yard touchdown toss from Potts to Ness. Ness's first touchdown of 3 tonight. 20 seconds left in the first quarter, and the 2-point conversion is good, 22-0. Now in the second quarter, a block punt recovered by Ness for his second touchdown at the 11:01 mark. 2-point conversion good after the 24-yard return by the Lobos safety and tight end, 30-0 at that point. And then 68 yards, Letmeyer gets loose with the 3:45 mark in the second quarter. PAT is no good, 36-0 at that point. And the last score so far after that first half, a 27-yard dart from Potts to Ness on a seam route. PAT, 2-point conversion, no good. And that's where we stand firmly right now, 42-0. The Lobos firm and on top of the Spartans. Two teams who were Region 1 rivals once before. Finley-Sharon Page, now Region 2, started the season off 2-0 against the likes of Region 1 Tri-State and Endo Maple Valley, and now they're taking on the best that 9-man football has to offer. We'll take a break and come back. Looks like we have some halftime coaches interviews when we return on your YourLiveEvent.com halftime show.
Hardware carries your everyday items for plumbing, electrical, automotive, and more. From Zenzer Bullseye Stain Blocking Primer, just $19.99. Valspar Medallion Interior Paint gets $7 instant savings per gallon. And Valspar Pristine Interior Paint get $10 instant savings per gallon. Plus, fiberglass handle garden tools are just $7.97. For more information on all the services LaMoure Hardware offers, go to LaMoureHardware.com.
Maple Valley School District is engaging students in a world-class education, preparing them for lifelong success. Maple Valley serves the surrounding communities of Buffalo, Fingal, Oriska, and Tower City. They have a great student-to-teacher ratio at 16 students per class. Maple Valley ranks as one of the top 10 high schools in the Fargo-Moorhead area. For information, go online to maple-valley.k12.nd.us or call 701-749-2313.
Welcome back to our halftime report on YourLiveEvent.com. 42-0, double LM, LaMoure-Litchville Marion on top of FSHP, Finley-Sharon Page on the Keith Irie Pioneer Seed scoreboard. And just moments ago, our own Jerry Peralta was able to catch up with the head honcho for the Lobos, Andy Delabar. Let's see what the former NDSU tight end had to say.
This is the Your Live event halftime coach's comments. I'm here with head coach of the LaMoure-Litchville Marion Lobos, and Andy Delabar. So, Coach, what has been working for you guys so far as a whole?
Well, I think just executing both on offense and defense. On offense, they've really been low in the box, and so our run game, we're taking what we can get. Broke a few big plays with it, but it's really opened up our passing game.
And, going into the second half, what's the message to the team since you guys have the lead at the moment?
Don't let up. We still got to play hard, play 4 quarters of football here. We're just trying to get better. That's what we're coming in to do. Play our best football and get better here this week.
And then how do you carry a lot of what your production in this first half over to the second half?
Same thing. Execute, pick up some of the things that we were missing in the first half. Make a few adjustments and just finish.
And is it possible we're going to see some new faces here in the second half?
Very, very much, yes.
Thank you, Coach. Good luck in the second half.
Okay, thank you.
The message of this game, the motto of this game for LaMoure-Litchville Marion, don't let up, but Lobos going to let loose. They're letting loose so far after one half of play, 42-0 in favor of LaMoure-Litchville Marion. We'll take a quick break, come back with some first half analysis in this first game at Hope Page Field here in Hope, North Dakota. We'll also check around the YourLiveEvent.com coverage area with other North Dakota football scores here tonight.
MLGC offers ultra-high-speed broadband, streaming TV, telephone, advanced business services, and commercial-grade video surveillance services. MLGC has a goal to continue to deliver future technologies that make rural communities in North Dakota vibrant places in which to live and do business in. They're your local provider who prides itself on its unmatched customer service with a small-town touch. MLGC has offices in Enderlin, Cooperstown, and Kindred. For more info, go to mlgc.com.
What do basketball, choir, drama club, and marching band all have in common? They're all high school activities that offer learning opportunities not necessarily found in the classroom. They take up just a fraction of a typical North Dakota high school's budget, and they go a long way to giving young people the tools they need to thrive. High school activities, they're more than extracurricular. They're extra important, too. This message presented by the North Dakota High School Activities Association and the North Dakota Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
Talking more new trades from Norman County Implement Highway 9 North Ada 2013 Versatile 500 Power Shift with 2,700 hours, a 2010 Versatile 435 with 3,300 hours. Local trades. Call Chuck or Neil for more info and pricing. The J&M 750 grain cart with roll tarp scale 14-inch auger, a new Westfield auger 13x84, one remaining Versatile Fury for fall tillage. Talk with Chuck or Neil at Norman County Implement Highway 9 North Ada. They thank you for your business. 218-784-2961.
Pioneer, tailored for your farm, delivering success. With decades of research, Pioneer has the genetics, tools, and local testing capabilities to deliver the most diverse and consistent seed for your farm needs. Work with Keith Irie, Matt Powell, and Chelsea Beaton in Hope, your local Pioneer team, to evaluate your needs and select the best varieties with the right herbicide-tolerant trait for your farm. With the science behind Pioneer products and the local service, you get success from your crop yields. Good luck to the Finley-Sharon Hope Page team from your local Pioneer seed representatives, Keith Irie, Matt Powell, and Chelsea Beaton of Hope.
I'm starting off on some smaller projects to get me worked up to some of the bigger things built around here.
The atmosphere in the shop is very, very team-based, which is great.
It's really cool to see the beginning and end product.
So it's very satisfying to build something that you know people are really going to appreciate.
Let's get real. You're ready for a place that's big enough to grow and small enough to care. So get ready for the University of Minnesota Crookston. With more than 30 majors, minors, and certificates, you'll earn a University of Minnesota degree in a close-knit community where faculty become friends and friends feel like family. And to get a degree that can make a difference, you don't need a big city, just big dreams. The University of Minnesota Crookston. Real, hands-on, ready.
Back here at halftime. here for the Finley-Sharon Hope Page and LaMoure-Litchville Marion Lobos matchup. Here at half, the Lobos lead the Spartans 42-0, and taking you around the North Dakota football scene. Fargo North currently leads Fargo South 7-0 in the second quarter. 4 minutes 37 seconds left to go in that first half. At halftime, Lisbon currently leads Ellendale Edgeley Colm 46-6 at halftime, and Hillsborough Central Valley leads Harvey Wells 14-12 at half. So a couple close games, and Lisbon just getting it done on their end. Yeah, and tonight we're seeing the Lobos do their thing. They have just taken a grasp of this game, and they just managed to roll with it. Finley-Sharon Hope Page really just trying to claw their way back here in the second half and maybe cut into this deficit.
We got some halftime stats for you as well here in Hope, North Dakota. We'll start off in this first part of the halftime stats with LaMoure-Litchville Marion. A total of 76 rush yards, 82 officially by Brady Lettmeyer with 2 scores, one of 68 yards, and the other for Lettmeyer early on in the ball game of just 3 for Brady. Negative 6 yards rushing for Marr on 2 rushes, and 8 rushes for Lettmeyer. For Corbin Potts through the air, 170 passing yards. He has a touchdown strike to Ness twice, as well as Carter Bowman of 26 yards. Bowman 1 catch, 26-yard strike. Colton Ness with 57 yards receiving with 2 touchdowns. Mart with 18 yards, make it 19 yards in the receiving game with 2 catches. And Garrett Hebel with 49 receiving yards on 3 grabs. 2 first down grabs, one of 21 and the other of 20 for Hebel, Potts, and the rest of the Lobos of LaMoure-Litchville Marion. Take one more break here in our halftime show. Come back with Finley-Sharon Page's first half stats after this on YourLiveEvent.com.
If you're in need of Minnesota and or North Dakota high school athletics coverage, head to YourLiveEvent.com so you don't miss out on moments like these.
Straight up the middle, bounces, he's open, he's down the field, touchdown, Nuggets!
Go to our YouTube page at Your Live Event, powered by Halstead Telephone Company and R&J Broadcasting Incorporated.
Intercepted!
Follow us on Twitter at Your Live Event 1 and on Facebook at Your Live Event.
There's no way to count the number of sandwiches you've packed over the years. Hard to imagine this day would come. Yeah, there's still the same fields, the same roads, the same hard work. But now they're in someone else's hands. And you couldn't be more proud of who you're handing the farm to. No matter what the future holds, Ag Country is here to help you plan ahead.
Welcome back to YourLiveEvent.com. Halftime coming to a close here in Hope, North Dakota. 42-0. LaMoure-Litchville Marion on top of Finley-Sharon Page heading to the third quarter. 42 rushing yards in that first half for Finley-Sharon Page. The Lobos won the coin toss and received, and now the Spartans will receive here in the second half. Little pooch kick. Line drive to Dahl at the 40, lowers the shoulder near the 50 and out of bounds at the 47-yard line.
First and 10 for the Spartans.
Adding up our halftime stats for Finley-Sharon Page. Satcham, 2 interceptions. He missed 5 passes, completed 5 more, went 5 for 10. 1 of 9, 12, 6, and 2 and 4 for Liam Satcham, and the Spartans set up shop at the 48. I formation. The offset backfield. Carlson the offset back. Officially the ref's ready to go. Ball boy back to the Lobos sideline. Spartans looking to kickstart this offense. Looking for a surge and a fake toss and a fullback dive to Reamer, and he goes nowhere, upended at the 48. Reamer ended the first half with 4 rushes for 20 yards. Garrett Hebelin on the play.
Brings it 2nd and 10.
Officially no gain. Spartans looking to resurge early on. Ball at the 48. Might have marked off half a yard. I formation. Satcham keeps it himself. Now pitches out to the right side. Looks to be Carlson, who gains that yard back. Read option from Satcham to Carlson. Speed option, that is. Carlson's 9th rush of the evening.
3rd and 9.
He has 9 rushes now for 23 yards.
And just a difference in production from Carlson. They've really tried to hammer the ball to him, but this Lobos defense has just managed to stop him every step of the way, and they've made it really difficult for the Spartans here to run the ball effectively.
This destructive defense for Lobos paying off. A fake by Satcham, dropping back, has pressure, rolls to the right, finds Carlson in the flats, corrals it, makes a man miss, and is past the 50-yard line at the Lobo 47, and it's going to be 4th down and medium.
And it's going to be coming back, actually.
They have a flag.
There's going to be a block in the back.
6 penalty against Finley-Sharon Hope Page. That negates Carlson's run after the catch.
2nd gain of yards for Carlson that has been negated due to a penalty. And Spartans just really having a struggle here against this Lobos defense.
3rd and 19. Ball at the 41 of Finley-Sharon Hope Page. A 10-yard penalty against FSHP. Satcham at halftime, 5 for 10. Single back, double receivers to the left, near side. Blitz coming, gets it out to Carlson, and it falls just shy of his grasp. I believe we have actually a new player out there. I believe that's number 14 out there. That's Drew Osmo, Jr. Satcham out. Looks like Calvin Satcham comes in for Liam, and will do the punting honors. Back deep to return at the 30-yard line for Lobos. Planned at the 31 is Tate Mart. We've had 2 miscues on the snaps and the punts, and almost another one. Calvin Satcham finds this one, however, and this one gets a Finley-Sharon Hope Page bounce inside the 40, and officially marked at the 41-yard line in Lobo territory.
On their own 41.
Yeah, and as you mentioned, almost another miscommunication there on the snap for the punt, but luckily the Spartans were able to corral it and get it off and get the ball on the opposite side of the field, so give them some breathing room here.
We've seen Calvin Satcham at the punting position accidentally go to his knee to jump on a missed snap and also have one soar over his head that was eventually blocked after he tried to get it off and returned for a touchdown by Colton Ness. I formation, Potts under center, receiver split out to the right, Bowman, and now it's head off to Letmeyer, who is roped down at the 50, now 51-yard line, and it's a gain of 10 yards for Letmeyer. Tackle on the play by Reamer.
Brings up 2nd and inches.
Actually a gain of 9, just inches for Letmeyer. He had 82 yards at the half on 8 carries, now make it 9. Or 91. I formation. Charlie Bowman split out wide to the right. Ball at the 50. Here comes the blitz. Letmeyer skirts to the left, and he has enough for the first down near the 46-yard line of Spartan territory.
Braun with the tackle. Brings the 1st and 10 for Lobos on the Spartan 40.
Official gain of 3.
7.
For Double LM. Brady Letmeyer having a very electrifying night. 10 rushes, 94 yards, and 2 scores to show. One of 68 yards.
Letmeyer has just been able to find the holes and just break off big chunks of yardage whenever he's given the ball.
I formation, same formation. Potts Play action, rolling to his right. Jacobson in his face, and he has to just throw that one away, and Jacobson gives him a little extra oomph after the throw. And looks like Coach Andy Delabar and company conversing with the refs, maybe asking for roughing the passer, and they call it an intentional grounding, and that's what Coach Andy Delabar and company are arguing. I thought it would be close to that. It doesn't look like Potts got out of the box, and Jacobson applying the pressure.
Well, and even he just also didn't even get that ball up to the
original line of scrimmage.
So loss of down. So third down coming up here for the Lobos.
Brings up second down and 20 against the Lobos at their own 47. Jacobson has a sack tonight. Now a pressure. I formation, same formation. Jacobson standing up on the near edge. Toss opposite edge. Tate Mart. Reamer in his back pocket. Can't make the tackle. Doug Gear does by the shoulder pads. And it's a gain of about 8 yards on the play.
Very lucky that wasn't horse collar. And
Tate Mart looks to be shaken up on the play. And it looks like we'll have Tyrese McGoy come in for LaMoure-Litchville Marion with Tate Mart a little unsteady. Third down and 19. It's actually a penalty of 20 yards, so it brings it back to the 44 of Lobo territory. Gain of 11. I formation, split receivers to the right as Tate McGoy, far receiver near sideline, and going over the middle for Bowman, and too far, airmailed by Potts.
And as we've seen throughout this game, Potts and Charlie Bowman just not in sync. Potts just having trouble hitting Bowman in stride, and Bowman had a couple steps on his defender there.
Fourth down and 19 at the Lobo 44. Looks like Tyrese McGoy is going to stay in, and Tate Mart will stay on the bench. Lick his wounds. 6:53 here in the third quarter. We'll have a stoppage of time. We have cars on the hill. One car on the hill with their lights on. We'll stop and wait. 6:47, 42-0. Keith Irie, Pioneers Heat scoreboard. LaMoure-Litchville Marion on top of Finley-Sharon Hope Page. The lights have been dimmed, and I believe we're going to have a substitution. Brady Letmeyer checks out, and Tate Mart comes in on the inside slot, trips to the right. Hebel, the back to the right pocket of Potts. Back the pass, steps up, looking down the field for Ness, and it's incomplete. Turnover on downs with Cody Reamer in coverage for the Spartans.
Second turnover on downs, thanks to a strong Spartan defense here to kick off the second half. And they held the Lobos scoreless on that first drive. And Spartans now just trying to figure it out, put something up on the board.
Potts has missed 6 passes now. He's 9 for 15. Spartans take over at the Lobo 45 with doubles to both sides. Satcham under center. And fullback dive up the middle to Reamer. He's going nowhere. All of the Lobos lineage came in to make the play on that one for no gain.
Lobos just immediately off the ball. We're in the backfield and just stopped Reamer in his tracks.
Second carry in a row for Reamer, where he's gained no yardage on the play. Looks like coming out of the ball game for Finley-Sharon Hope Page. In at one point, Brooks Braun was at guard. I believe we might have a new player, and Connor Dahl checks out as well.
I think Jacobson just checked back into the game.
Dylan Reamer is in the game. He's going to be split out wide on the near sideline in front of you on our camera. Cody Reamer on the slot. He'll go in motion, let the right. here in doubles, now make it trips. Jacobson on the draw from Satcham in the shotgun, and he's cut up for just 1 yard.
Jacobson on the carry.
This brings up 3rd down and 9.
Brings up 3rd and 9.
In Lobo territory. Down 42. Satcham has thrown 2 interceptions tonight. One to Garrett Hebel, that was in the second quarter, and one to Colton Ness in the first. And Ness, if he put on a few more fancy footwork moves, might have found his 4th touchdown of the night. 3 overall so far for the standout tight end. Offset backfield. Reamer, fullback dive, gains 2, and it's 4th down and medium.
Reamer with the carry.
Coach Delabar puts up the closed fist to signal 4th down for his defense. Officially a gain of 3 for Reamer. 7 carries for 23 yards for the senior running back / fullback. Ball's at the 40. 4:28 and ticking here in this 3rd quarter. Home opener for Finley-Sharon Page. LaMoure-Litchville Marion's first game on the road. Paying off so far. I formation for Satcham. Carlson, split end on the right. Back to pass to Satcham. He's going to load up deep, and it's incomplete. Incomplete from Satcham, looking for Drew Osmo on the far right side. The coverage was there to a degree. Tate Martin coverage of Osmo, and it has just sailed past Drew's hands. Didn't have a beat on it.
Yeah, and Colton Ness was one to 2 steps behind, to the side of the ball. Almost had another interception if he managed to catch up with it, but just a couple yards behind. But Lobos defense holds strong as the Spartans offense was starting to make a move slowly.
1st down and 10 for the Lobos at their own 40. Turnover on downs for Finley-Sharon Page. Potts in the shotgun. Letmeyer to his left, and it is a draw play to Letmeyer, who puts a stiff arm down and takes down Reamer with him. Solid collision, but that might be negated by a flag in the backfield. We'll have holding on double LM. The Lobos' 4th penalty of the night.
Penalties have been a factor here in these on these drives. That is what has hurt the Lobos whenever they've had the ball. A penalty sets them back a few yards, and they just can't make up the yardage.
Finley-Sharon Page did stop LaMoure-Litchville Marion on the Lobos' first drive. But since that, the Lobos have proved quite efficient in their quest for the end zone. Have not scored in this 3rd quarter yet, however.
Yeah.
Scored 22 in the first and 18 in the second.
I mean, they were held still on their first drive here in the second half, and this is barely the second.
Double to the left, single to the right, shotgun. Hebel blocking for Potts, and a middle crossing pattern cut and roped down near the 44-yard line. The catch on the play is Bowman, Carter Bowman, the sophomore tight end. It brings up 2nd down and 8 after a gain of 12 for double LM at their 43, call it.
Carter Bowman with a reception early on in the first quarter for 26 yards for a touchdown. So him and Ness have just been the targets that Potts has liked to go to today.
Officially 13 yards. I formation. Letmeyer, stretch play left side. Has a lane. Pushes it back inside. And double leg takedown by Liam Satcham right at the line to gain. Looks like it'll be 3rd and short. Letmeyer was this close to getting loose once again. And it is 3rd down and 1 after the 6-yard gain by Brady Letmeyer.
Letmeyer just able to just pound the ball on the ground, finds his lanes that he needs. And he just has been breaking, yard after yard, play after play up, and just gaining those big yards.
He takes a break on the sideline. He's officially at the century mark. 11 carries for 100 yards for Brady Letmeyer. And it looks like Coach Andy Delabar is going to take a timeout. His team was not lined up to his liking. The Lobos, however, up to their liking, 42-0, 2:15 left in the 3rd quarter on the Keith Irie Pioneer Seat scoreboard. Timeout, double LM.
Dakota Heritage Bank is a bank on the go and on the grow. We now have 9 locations in Hunter, Hope, Galesburg, Hillsboro, Grandin, Gackle, Streeter, Judd, and Harvey. More locations and more services. Dakota Heritage Bank offers mobile banking and online banking with bill pay so you can bank anytime, anywhere. Stop in and visit Dakota Heritage Bank today. Sharing our heritage, sharing our future. dhbanknd.com. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Coming back from the timeout on yourliveevent.com. LaMoure-Litchville Marion on top, 42-0 on the Keith Irie Patner Seed scoreboard. Coming out of the timeout from Coach Delabar. 3rd down and 1, I formation for the Lobos. Potts under center, hands off to Mart, who is speared upended by Carlson. Zara Carlson channeling his inner edge.
For maybe half a yard. 4th down coming up for the Lobos.
No gain for Mart on that play. His 5th carry, he has 5 yards tonight. 4th inches and up 42-0 in the way the Lobos have been running the football tonight. They will go for it right at the 49-yard line. Looks like Tate Martin is supposed to stay in. And there was no substitution, so Tate Martin hurries back to the huddle for 4th inches, 1:28 and ticking in the 3rd. I formation. Potts might take it himself, and he will. Johnny on spot, and he's going to gain about 3 right there.
Potts, the quarterback keeper.
That's Potts' first carry tonight.
Yeah, he hasn't really he hasn't had to run the ball a lot. You know, the only time we've ever seen him really use his legs is when he's had pressure in the backfield when he's trying to throw the ball. But even then, he hasn't faced that much pressure.
Ball at the 47. 3-yard quarterback keeper on the sneak. Good by Potts. His first attempt tonight. I formation, doubles to the left. Handoff, Tate Mart, left side. Bounces outside, now back inside. Spins off Satcham for a gain of about 6.
Mart with the carry.
And Tate Mart has been banged up a bit tonight, but he is showing a lot of energy. As I say that, he is slow to get up. It looks like we'll have Carter Bowman sub in. Stoppage of time for Tate Mart to take his time to the sideline. Looks like a gain of 5. Make it 4 for Mart. And we'll have a timeout. No. Looks like Mart is going to take a swig on the sideline. McGoy comes out as well. Kyrese McGoy. I formation on 2nd down and 6 at the 43 of Spartan territory. Charlie Bowman out wide to the right. Letmeyer left side takes it himself and bullies up way inside the 30. And now at the 33-yard line, 1st down, LaMoure-Litchville Marion. And that's how the 3rd quarter ends after a 1st down rush by Brady Letmeyer. 42-0. It's LaMoure-Litchville Marion on top of Finley-Sharon Page on the Keith Irie Patner Seed scoreboard. 4th quarter of action in regulation after this on yourliveevent.com.
Goose River Heating and Cooling Hillsboro, serving the Hillsboro and surrounding communities, ready to provide you with service work to existing and new customers. Whether Corey and the crew installed your heating and cooling system or not, they're ready to assist you with your service concerns. And if it's time to update your heating and cooling systems, whether it's your home, farm shop, a cabin, or office building, give Corey and the crew at Goose River Heating and Cooling a call. 701-430-1990. That's Goose River Heating and Cooling, Hillsboro, serving the Hillsboro area and surrounding communities.
Farmers, are you expanding, upgrading, or want to automate? Visit with the experienced staff at Hope Electric to learn about the latest electrical systems and the newest technologies that they have developed to make your operation more efficient. Get a custom system in place with features like iPad truck loading and remote view grain storage, touchscreen controls, hazard monitoring systems, and wireless cellular cameras to protect your assets. Hope Electric, serving the agricultural and commercial industry since 1978. Visit hopeelectric.com or call 701-945-2460.
Fourth quarter of action here in Hope, North Dakota, Hope Page School. LaMoure-Litchville Marion dismantling Finley-Sharon Hope Page here in their home opener on the Keith Irie Pioneer Seed scoreboard. We come back to first down and 10 at the Spartan 33, the last quarter of regulation. In this Region 1 meets Region 2 romp between the Lobos and the Spartans. I believe we have some updates from around the North Dakota Football League. We'll get to those updates here soon of Jerry Peralta after this first down play from Double M. Doubles to the left, I formation, Potts, handoff, Letmeyer, stretch left side, and drugged down by Gear. Eventually, perhaps, finally forced out of bounds by Carlson and Dahl. That's a grown man type of run from Brady Letmeyer. He just had a 13-yard scurry for a first down, and now he finds himself and his team with a second down and 2 after that 8-yard burst. Make it 7.
Yeah, Letmeyer just fighting for every single yard. Whenever he has the ball, he's got to be averaging 5-6 yards a carry. He is just dominating whenever he has been given the ball.
I formation, second down and 3. After our next break, we'll talk about scores from around the league. Stretch play to Letmeyer once again, same play and a similar result, but this time a first down for Letmeyer. This one at the 15, and with a flag on the play. The Gear on the play.
Flag on the play.
Is it taunting against LaMoure-Litchville Marion, perhaps? And Letmeyer? Refs will talk about it. It's a gain of 10, it looks like, from the 25 to the 15. And we have unsportsmanlike conduct against Finley-Sharon Hope Page.
Unsportsmanlike conduct against the Spartans.
The Spartans' 7th penalty tonight and the first unsportsmanlike tonight.
The Spartans and penalties have just hurt themselves with these penalties, and especially this one, unsportsmanlike, is not something you want to have happen when the Lobos are driving.
That one pushes it to the 11-yard line. After that, what looks to be a 15-yard gallop by Letmeyer. First down and 10 at the Spartan 11. I formation, Charlie Bowman, wide out far sideline by himself, and it's Potts under center. And what else is new? Letmeyer takes himself up the middle dive for a medium gain. This one inside the 5 now.
Hey, if it isn't broke, don't fix it. Just keep giving it to Letmeyer, and he seems to just be fighting for about 5 yards a carry on this drive.
15 carries and 140 on the ground. A similar night that Zara Carlson had last Friday against Endo and Maple Valley. This time it's Letmeyer's turn. Doubles to the left, Bowman and McGoy. McGoy, the far receiver, I formation. Potts, handoff, Letmeyer, big hole, lowers the shoulder, touchdown Lobos.
Letmeyer with a Lobo touchdown.
Once again, Letmeyer loose, and it's 48-0, LaMoure-Litchville Marion from 5 yards out.
As Letmeyer's 3rd touchdown on the game, and he has just been outstanding when running the ball.
The hat trick for Letmeyer. 48-0, 2-point conversion coming up from double LM. I formation. Doubles to the left. Charlie Bowman the slot. McGoy the far. Letmeyer going to take it and upend it for a moment. Gets an extra boost from his teammates. Is he in? Does he get the 50-burger? And they say no good on the play, just shy of the end zone, but nonetheless, the 3rd rushing touchdown by Brady Letmeyer results in a 48-0 lead for LaMoure-Litchville Marion on top of Finley-Sharon Hope Page on the Keith Irie Pioneer Seed scoreboard. Be right back after this on YourLiveEvent.com.
For over 100 years, Finley Farmers Grain and Elevator, a full-service cooperative, has been growing and adapting with the ever-changing agriculture industry. These strong roots in eastern North Dakota include a dedicated staff of 42 full-time employees. Finley Farmers Grain and Elevator offers a variety of services, including agronomy, sales and service, custom application, grain drying and handling, bulk fuel and oil, tire repair, and light mechanic work. Finley Farmers Grain and Elevator is a buyer of corn, soybeans, wheat, and sunflowers. Learn more by visiting FinleyFarmersElevator.com.
48-0 after the 5-yard touchdown trample by Brady Letmeyer. LaMoure-Litchville Marion on top of Finley-Sharon Page here in the fourth quarter of 9:18 left in regulation. Looks like we have a new kicker for the Lobos. That's number 42, Dawson Kramer, the senior, getting a lick out there of his Lobo teammates. Back deep, looks like Zyro Carlson out there for Finley-Sharon Page, and a new Spartan returner. That is number 15, Bobby Burkfield, the perfect football name. And Burkfield lets Carlson have the honors, taken at the 15. A little bounce step, now pushing to the left. Carlson makes a man miss, spin move, and roped down at the 28.
And good footwork there by Carlson, just trying to keep the play going, drive for as many yards as he can. He only had a few people to beat, and he would have been gone for a touchdown. But the Lobos just managed to trip him up.
Yeah, Burkfield set up Carlson, and Carlson hit every button on the controller to make something out of that, and it's officially marked at the 29. Looks like we have some new players in for Finley-Sharon Page. Satcham still at quarterback. It's like number 14, Drew Osmo, in the game full-time now. Carlson and Cody Reamer. It looks like a new quarterback. We have a Wildcat formation, and that's Carlson, who is met at the line of scrimmage for no gain. And we have an injury on the far side hash mark, and it looks to be Hayden Hushka, the senior guard, number 52. He will take his side on the bench. It looks like we have a new player coming in for him. That looks to be number 34, Lane Anderson, the sophomore, coming in Hushka's place.
Hushka looking like he may have just gotten a cramp on the play, so hopefully we'll see him back in before too long. You hate to see these kinds of injuries. Jacobson checking back into the game for Dahl.
Yeah, I believe I can see on the far sideline getting stretched out on the ground right now. And it looks like Carlson will stay taking snaps under center, and he hands it off to Reamer, who is taken down by both legs. And on the play, looks to be got new numbers in there for LaMoure-Litchville Marion. That's number 52 on the play. That is Ryder Wendell, a sophomore. Gain of 2 for Reamer. He's got 25 yards tonight. Currently the leading rusher on 8 carries, 25 yards. Carlson with 10 rushes for 24. Looks like Carlson is our new quarterback for Finley-Sharon Page tonight. And Satcham is going to play supporting role. Carlson keeps it, rolls out left side, and gains 1 in a boomstick type of shot on the tackle.
Yeah, and going back to Carlson being under center, with Carlson under center now, that gives the Finley-Sharon, the Spartans, 4 different options for who could possibly carry the ball on the next play, and trying to just do anything they can, because the ground game has been such a big part of this offense since the Spartans really haven't been able to get a pass game going.
No gain on the play. 11th carry for Carlson. Looks like Calvin Satcham will punt for Finley-Sharon Page. Dropping back is Colton Ness. The boot from Satcham is best of the night. Ness takes it at the 36, puts on a stiff arm, and reverses field, has a clear lane, has a block, and he might go the distance, makes one man miss, one more block, tries to reverse field again, and he will be gang tackled at the Spartan 36. Colton Ness trying to turn on his Dante Hall, human joystick function. Almost found it, had the blocks. He was contained, and I believe the Lobos and Ness complaining about a hit on the helmet.
Well, I think Cody Reamer, when he was getting up, he chipped Ness on the head as he was getting up, and so the Lobos are just looking for unsportsmanlike conduct there, but I think it was just a honest mistake or honest accident by Reamer.
Looks like a return of 29 yards from the 36 of the Spartan territory to Lobos 35. Timeout, Finley-Sharon Page. Want to talk about this on defense. And I believe we have time now to talk about those scores from around North Dakota football here on yourliveevent.com. We have Hillsborough Central Valley and Harvey Wells County at Central Valley High School. Jerry Peralta, take it away. What do we got going on with the Burros tonight?
Well, for the Hillsborough Central Valley, they currently lead, Harvey Wells County 28-20 at the end of the third quarter. Fargo North leads Fargo South 7-0 at halftime, and Lisbon leads Ellendale Edgeley Colm 52-6 at the end of in the third quarter.
I believe the Lisbon Broncos put up a similar stat line last week as well, Jerry. The Broncos are not fooling around this 2021 campaign. Hillsborough Central Valley 1-1 so far this season, winning last weekend for their first dub of 2021. And Fargo North and Fargo South, a classic EDC matchup and a good one at the half. New quarterback in the I formation, handoff as McCoy put on the stutter steps and making a man a miss, and he bursts for about 9 yards to the Spartan 21.
McCoy just showing off his speed there. He's given the ball, and he is just off to the races, and I believe we have a change in quarterback too.
We did, number 8, after that 10-yard burst. They're going to call it now officially 13. First down carry by McGoy, and it looks like number 8 in at quarterback. That is Max Muslin, sophomore. I formation, McGoy is back. Fresh set of faces for LaMoure-Litchville Marion. McGoy looking fresh out there. Another nice gain, medium gain by Kyrese McGoy. He's tackled by Satcham on the play from the 22 and a gain of 8.
McGoy just turning on the jets. He is, whenever he's got the ball, he just seems to have like a little speed burst when he breaks out of the line.
Ball is at the 12, 5:15 left in regulation. This ball game 48-0, double LM on top. I formation. Muslin takes the snap to McGoy. Once again, why not? Has the hot hand, and he is inside the 5 for a first down, a gain of 7 for Kyrese McGoy.
Tackle by Anderson. Brings up first and goal.
McGoy making the most of every rep he is getting. Every time he's given the ball, he is just fighting for every yard.
Craig Anderson on the stop for Finley-Sharon Page. Anderson, a sophomore defensive lineman. Split out wide to the right is Russell Exner, freshman out there for the Lobos. I formation, McGoy in the backfield. Muslin under center to McGoy again, calls his number, and this time no gain, maybe 1 to the 4-yard line.
Tackle by Dahl.
And Spartans doing a good job there to just be in front of McGoy, not give him not let him get through the hole that he's trying to find.
Still spot at the 5, so no gain for McGoy. 4 carries, 28 yards for Kyrese McGoy, the senior. Number 2 still in the game. Exner, the receiver, split out wide to the left. Muslin under center. Second down and 5 to go. Toss to McGoy. Has blockers, has room, and it's coming back. He scores the tutty, but both refs saw that one. 2 pieces of laundry hit the canvas, and that one's coming back.
Without a doubt, what could have been a touchdown for McGoy is going to go back off the holding.
And the way McGoy's been running on this drive in relief of the first team. Deserved that touchdown. His blockers had the angles, just a bit too much of a tug on the jerseys.
Yep.
Too much of a tug on those tailors, and now that's the 5th penalty by Marion, playing pretty clean up to this point. Now with the second stringers in, some mistakes will happen. It backs them up now, 2nd down and 16 at the Spartan 16. Exner to the right, wide, on the hash mark. Muslin under center, I formation. 2 stand-up DNs for the Spartans. McGoy, counter, inside, bounces out and then back in for a minimal gain.
Tackle by Reamer.
Reamer in on the play.
Brings a 3rd and goal, ball on the 11-yard line.
They move that to the 11-yard line. 11 yards to go. Gain of 5 from McGoy. 5 carries for 33 yards. Muslin and McGoy exchange words. I formation. Under center. 2:45 and ticking. Toss to McGoy. Has a lead blocker. Has the space. Has the score. He dives. He's in. Touchdown, Kyrie's McGoy.
McGoy with Lobos touchdown.
Lobos putting it on 54-0. They hit the 50 mark.
And McGoy had a touchdown, or thought he had a touchdown earlier in the drive that was called back due to holding. And he was able to make that one up, and he just gave the extra effort, dove for the pylon, and he gets in.
That ball was scrambled loose there for a hot second. 11-yard punch-in from McGoy. 2-point conversion coming, I formation. Muslin to pass, and a little slant pattern. He's looking for number 23 on the play. That was Blaze Isaacson. And the pass was wide and high from Muslin. But nonetheless, it's 54-0 with 1:51 left to play in regulation. LaMoure-Litchville Marion on top of Finley-Sharon Page on the Keith Irie Pioneer Seed scoreboard. Lobos looking to go to 3-0.
Farming today doesn't always feel the same way it used to. Then again, some of it feels all the same. Maybe it isn't so much the jobs that changed, but how they get done. Now that's a different story. Efficiencies are critical, which is why you need a lender who will find the right loan structure for a strong financial future. You need a lender to look out for your whole farm operation. Ag Country. Experts in every field.
Coming back from the McGoy touchdown, 54-0. LaMoure-Litchville Marion on top of Finley-Sharon Page with 1:51 left to go in the ball game. We're just close to the end of our ball game. We'll have scores from around yourliveevent.com coverage area. Also in the North Dakota, Northwestern area, Hillsborough Central Valley, and a close one of Harvey Wells County. The boot away, picked up by Carlson at his own 20. Goes to the left sideline, has the angle, and is out of bounds past the 50 near the 46-yard line of Lobo territory.
Brings up 1st and 10 for the Spartans on the Lobos 49.
Carlson officially goes out of bounds at the 49-yard line. 1:41 left to go. Looking forward to our post-game show. Stick with us and look for our players of the game, both brought to you by Enbridge and RDK Enterprises. Look to talk to Coach Andy Delabar and one of his star players tonight. I believe we will look to talk to Colton Ness. 3 touchdowns tonight, 2 through the air, 1 on a punt return, and an interception as well for the standout junior. New quarterback, I believe, here for Finley-Sharon Page. I think that's as a quarterback sneaker, maybe an exchange up the middle.
No, it was actually...
we have number 32, Caleb Dowson, under center now.
Yeah, it wasn't a carry. It mishandling of the ball. He almost lost it, and he just managed to take it up for a yard.
Dow's finds it for 1 yard. Caleb Dow's number 32, a sophomore, quarterback, 5'5", 120 on the scale. Ball at the 48, Lobo territory, 1:06 and ticking here in regulation. Fresh faces in for both teams. I formation, an offset back to the right. Here's a toss. Connor Dahl left side. He is up in it and tripped down for no gain. Dahl's third carry tonight. He has now a negative 2 yards on the night. 40 seconds. Looks like maybe 2 more plays. A safe bet on 1 left for Finley-Sharon Page to work with, down 54-0.
Yeah, this was a very tough matchup for the Spartans, and the Lobos just came in and they just managed to control everything on all fronts.
Dow's the Dahl, who takes a dinger as soon as he finds the football and maybe gains 1, and that should be the ball game with 5 ticks left after a no-gain play by Dahl. That is the buzzer, and it's officially in the books as the cannon sounds. LaMoure-Litchville Marion loose tonight and victorious, 54-0 on top of Finley-Sharon Page on your Keith Irie Pioneer Seed scoreboard. Stick around with us. We'll have post-game coverage, interviews, and players of the game after this, as well as scores from around the league on yourliveevent.com.
Schedules can be a slippery slope. With yourliveevent.com, that's just not the case. Find schedules for select Minnesota and North Dakota high school athletics at our website. That's www.yourliveevent.com. For schedule updates, follow our social media pages. Never miss again when it comes to scheduling with Your Live Event.
Dakota Heritage Bank, serving you with 10 locations across North Dakota and northwestern Minnesota, has a strong background in ag and business lending, but can also help with any auto, recreational, personal, or home loans, including home equity lines of credit. Dakota Heritage Bank is a family-owned community bank where decisions are made locally. Our friendly staff greets you with a smile, takes the time to get to know you, and can help with your banking needs. Visit us online, dhbanknd.com. Dakota Heritage Bank, Equal Housing Lender, member FDIC.
In times like these, it's good to know there's a place where people know who you are, no matter how long you've been gone. A place where the smells of home cooking are still in the air, where a simple wave warms your heart, and sharing stories is just a way of life. It's good to be home. Farmers Union Insurance, protecting what's important in life.
Your hometown agent, Tatum Brand, would like to wish the Lobos the best of luck this season.
Every business has its special needs and its own unique set of challenges. That's why we treat your business just like ours, to make sure you are covered right. Hello, this is Shane with Irie Insurance, and our agents have seen it all, and one slip-up can take a small business years to recover from. That's why it's so important for a small business to work with an insurance company that can save them money but also make sure they are protected. If you own a small business, we would like to work for you. Go to IrieInsurance.com to find a local agent near you.
The friendly staff at LaMoure Drugstore reminds you, from school supplies, greeting cards, or prescription needs, you can find it all at LaMoure Drugstore. COVID antibody testing and the Johnson & Johnson COVID vaccine also available. Plus, get your flu shot today. Watch out for the monthly flyer and monthly sales as well. Let LaMoure Drugstore be your one-stop shop for all your personal and giftware requests. LaMoure Drugstore, located in the center of LaMoure in the Bank North Mall. For more information, go to LaMouredrugstore.com.
LaMoure Hardware carries your everyday items for plumbing, electrical, automotive, and more. From Zenzer Bullseye Stain Blocking Primer, just $19.99. Valspar Medallion Interior Paint gets $7 instant savings per gallon. And Valspar Pristine Interior Paint get $10 instant savings per gallon. Plus, fiberglass handle garden tools are just $7.97. For more information on all the services LaMoure Hardware offers, go to LaMoureHardware.com.
Maple Valley School District is engaging students in a world-class education, preparing them for lifelong success. Maple Valley serves the surrounding communities of Buffalo, Fingal, Oriska, and Tower City. They have a great student-to-teacher ratio at 16 students per class. Maple Valley ranks as one of the top 10 high schools in the Fargo-Moorhead area. For information, go online to maple-valley.k12.nd.us or call 701-749-2313.
Welcome to our post-game report here on YourLiveEvent.com. Our final on the Keith Irie Pioneer Seed scoreboard. LaMoure-Litchville Marion 54, Finley-Sharon Page in their home opener 0. The Spartans fall to 2-1. The Lobos take it and now are 3-0 on the young season. Let's see how we got there in our quarter-by-quarter score. 22 points for the Lobos in the first. It got started with a Corbin Potts 26-yard touchdown toss to a wide-open Carter Bowman for the 2-point conversion is good. 8-0, 4:06 in the first quarter. And just under a minute later, 2:38 mark, a 3-yard touchdown run by Brady Lettmeyer makes it 14-0. 2-point conversion is no good. 20 seconds left in the first quarter. A 16-yard touchdown pass from Potts to Colton Ness. 1 of 3 scores for Ness tonight. 2 on the offensive side. 22-0 after the 2-point conversion to end the first quarter. 18 more points for Double LM, doubling up, or almost doubling up and matching their score from the first quarter. Block punt of Calvin Satcham, 11:01 mark, 2-point conversion good after the 24-yard return by Colton Ness. 30-0 at that point with 11 minutes left in the second quarter. 36-0 after the 68 touchdown run by Brady Lettmeyer, letting loose for the Lobos. 3:45. PAT is no good. 36-0. Lobos then score again. 27-yard touchdown pass from Potts to Ness. PAT no good, 42-0. That ends at halftime, 42-0. Third quarter, no scoring for anybody. LaMoure-Litchville Marion gets the score at 48-0 after Lettmeyer finds it from 4 yards out. 14-yard rush by Kyrese McGoy with 1:51 left in the game for a 54-0 final. And that is your final on the Keith Irie Pioneer Seed scoreboard. We'll take a quick 30-second break. I believe we're going to talk to Colton Ness of Double LM after this on YourLiveEvent.com.
MLGC offers ultra-high-speed broadband, streaming TV, telephone, advanced business services, and commercial-grade video surveillance services. MLGC has a goal to continue to deliver future technologies that make rural communities in North Dakota vibrant places in which to live and do business in. They're your local provider who prides itself on its unmatched customer service with a small-town touch. MLGC has offices in Enderlin, Cooperstown, and Kindred. For more info, go to mlgc.com.
What do basketball, choir, drama club, and marching band all have in common? They're all high school activities that offer learning opportunities not necessarily found in the classroom. They take up just a fraction of a typical North Dakota high school's budget, and they go a long way to giving young people the tools they need to thrive. High school activities, they're more than extracurricular. They're extra important, too. This message presented by the North Dakota High School Activities Association and the North Dakota Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
Welcome back to YourLiveEvent.com. I'm joined by Colton Ness after his team defeats Finley-Sharon Page 54-0 on the Keith Irie Pioneer Seed scoreboard. Colton, 3 touchdowns, a pick, and a block punt return for a touchdown. You are Enbridge Energy Player of the Game. I know you're large just looking at you. You're still growing, and your team grows to 3-0. Your initial thoughts after the game?
We knew this game was going to be big, and we just knew what we needed to do to beat them, and we came out and showed that.
Finley-Sharon Page on paper coming into this game 2-0, their first shutout in 5 seasons against Enderlin Maple Valley. What did you see on film that you thought you could possibly exploit even in a very defensive game for the Spartans last week?
Well, they didn't run a safety, so we knew if our passing game was going to be strong, and they were really bunched up together, so if we broke one, we knew it was going to be for a touchdown.
What'd you see on that first interception by Levi Satcham? It looked like he was going for Jacobson, and he was just blanketed in coverage. It fell right into your lap almost.
Yeah, he just pretty much threw it up, it looked like, to him, and I just read it and got it and took off.
Had a couple seam route touchdowns as well. That one wide open in the end zone.
Yeah.
And then that seam route going 26 yards, just had the speed. What was it?
Well, I knew they were going to be pressing me, so I had to be quick off the line and move with my hands and stuff, and it worked out.
Coach Fontaine for Finley-Sharon Page said he's going to put Zara Carlson on you. How'd you feel that matchup went physically? There's a few times he had your number, but at the end of the day, you guys take the bell.
Yeah, he's a good player. He was pressing me hard most of the time, and he really stuck it out.
And I want to run through that punt return for a touchdown after that block. We're going through your head. The first punt return, the first punt that's muffed and down, and the second one, what did you see? Did your eyes get really big as soon as you saw it bounce into your mitts?
Yeah, I really didn't see it coming, but then it happened. I just took off.
And now that you're 3-0, you're just final initial thoughts after the ball game. 3-0, and once again, a win over Finley-Sharon Page. You guys put up 54, almost matching the last couple of games with 74 and 76.
Every week's a new week. We just got to come out strong every week, and we're 0-0 next week.
That's the best spirit to have. Energy player of the game by Enbridge. Colton Ness, thank you, my guy. Safe travels back home, and good luck for the rest of the season.
Thank you.
Thank you to Colton Ness, our Enbridge Energy player of the game. And I believe we'll talk to the head honcho himself, Andy Delabar, as he comes in here on our post-game show. Coach Delabar, your initial thoughts, just like Colton right there. 2-0 teams that come into this game. You leave 3-0. What did you think of the Spartans coming into this contest?
They're a good football team. They're going to do well in their region. They got some really good players. They're well coached, and we knew it was going to be a battle. And they brought it right away. It was not as easy as it was weeks before, but proud of our boys. Played hard and handled a little adversity, but came out on top.
What does it say about your squad to shut out a team that shut out a Region 1 team in your region last week?
Well, I think it's just our motto of coming in and raising the bar from how we've played the week before. Don't measure ourselves up against our competition all the time. It's how we can measure ourselves up against ourselves, and just, again, play better than we did the week before.
The week before, 76-0, 74-0. What kind of measuring stick is that? 3 straight shutouts to begin the season.
Well, it's good. I mean, when you're number 1 in state, you have the target on your back, and Finley-Sharon Page, they came out and played hard. A lot of hard hits. Really good football team, and that's just what we're going to have to face week in and week out. But it's good. It's good for us. We need to have that competition, and it makes us better.
You heard Colton Ness, and I'm sure that you put that thought in his head. 0-0 next week. You're going to play Tri-State, a team Finley-Sharon Page open the season up against with a 54-18 victory. What do you see in this Tri-State squad next week?
They're very athletic, a completely different football team than what we saw here today. More spread out. We're going to have to adjust, and that's good again for us because it makes us see a new opponent, a new scheme, and just how our players can improve from what we saw here today. So we'll watch the film. We'll enjoy it for 24 hours, but after that, it's like Colton said, we're 0-0.
It's the best mindset to have. Coach, any final thoughts on tonight?
No, again, a good football team, great venue. Appreciate your coverage, and hopefully get to have you again.
We appreciate your time, Coach. Thanks for taking the time. Good luck, and safe travels getting home.
Thank you. Same to you.
Thank you, Coach. Thanks, Andy Delabar, taking the time. Coach Delabar's team finishes the game at 54-0 and are now 3-0 on the fledgling season. We'll take a break and come back with more post-game coverage. Don't go anywhere. This is YourLiveEvent.com. Now, don't mind me as I hit the ad.
Talking more news New trades from Norman County implement Highway 9 North Ada 2013 Versatile 500 Power Shift with 2,700 hours, a 2010 Versatile 435 with 3,300 hours. Local trades. Call Chuck or Neil for more info and pricing. The J&M 750 grain cart with roll tarp scale 14-inch auger, a new Westfield auger 13 by 84, one remaining Versatile Fury for fall tillage. Talk with Chuck or Neil at Norman County Implement Highway 9 North Ada. They thank you for your business. 218-784-2961.
Pioneer, tailored for your farm, delivering success. With decades of research, Pioneer has the genetics, tools, and local testing capabilities to deliver the most diverse and consistent seed for your farm needs. Work with Keith Irie, Matt Powell, and Chelsea Beaton in Hope, your local Pioneer team, to evaluate your needs and select the best varieties with the right herbicide-tolerant trait for your farm. With the science behind Pioneer products and the local service, you get success from your crop yields. Good luck to the Finley-Sharon Hope Page team from your local Pioneer seed representatives, Keith Irie, Matt Powell, and Chelsea Beaton of Hope.
I'm starting off on some smaller projects to get me worked up to some of the bigger things built around here.
The atmosphere in the shop is very, very team-based, which is great.
It's really cool to see the beginning and end product.
So it's very satisfying to build something that you know people are really going to appreciate.
Let's get real. You're ready for a place that's big enough to grow and small enough to care. So get ready for the University of Minnesota Crookston. With more than 30 majors, minors, and certificates, you'll earn a University of Minnesota degree in a close-knit community where faculty become friends and friends feel like family. And to get a degree that can make a difference, you don't need a big city, just big dreams. The University of Minnesota Crookston. Real, hands-on, ready.
If you're in need of Minnesota and or North Dakota high school athletics coverage, head to yourliveevent.com so you don't miss out on moments like these.
Straight up the middle, bounces, he's open, he's down the field, touchdown, Nuggets!
Go to our YouTube page at Your Live Event, powered by Halstead Telephone Company and R&J Broadcasting Incorporated.
Intercepted!
Follow us on Twitter at Your Live Event 1 and on Facebook at Your Live Event.
Welcome back to yourliveevent.com. Final on the Keith Irie Pioneer Seed scoreboard. 54-0. LaMoure-Litchville Marion on top of Finley-Sharon Hope Page. Keith Irie Pioneer Seed scoreboard 701-789-0315. Please give Keith your business. LaMoure-Litchville Marion gets down to business tonight. Winners by 54. Their third straight shutout tonight. Let's see who contributed to this win for the Lobos. Our Enbridge Energy player of the game belongs to Colton Ness with just 3 catches and 2 of them for touchdowns, 57 total yards, as well as a blocked punt returned for a touchdown. Colton Ness, our Enbridge Energy player of the game. Enbridge Energy player of the game, Colton Ness. Of course, Enbridge wants everyone home to be safe during these COVID times, and replacing Line 3 and having everyone safe, their top priority. Enbridge Energy player of the game, Colton Ness. As for our RDK Enterprises Precision player of the game, it's a toss-up between the tosser tonight, Corbin Potts, and Brady Lettmeyer, the running back. Got to give the edge to Brady Lettmeyer for our RDK Enterprises Precision player of the game. He averaged 9 per pop. That's just 1 yard shy of his season average of 10 yards per carry coming to this game. Brady Lettmeyer with 16 rushes for 145 yards and 3 scores on the ground, 1 of 68 yards out. Brady Lettmeyer, our RDK Enterprises Precision player of the game. Thinking about upgrading your planter? Visit RDK Enterprises at their locations in Hillsboro and Drayton, North Dakota to learn about available rebates and financing. RDK Enterprises PlanterDoc.com. Our 2 players of the game, Colton Ness and Brady Lettmeyer. We'll take a break, come back with final stats and coverage from around the North Dakota Football League. Don't go anywhere. This is yourliveevent.com.
There's no way to count the number of sandwiches you've packed over the years. Hard to imagine this day would come. Yeah, there's still the same fields, the same roads, the same hard work. But now they're in someone else's hands. And you couldn't be more proud of who you're handing the farm to. No matter what the future holds, Ag Country is here to help you plan ahead.
Dakota Heritage Bank is a bank on the go and on the grow. We now have 9 locations in Hunter, Hope, Galesburg, Hillsboro, Grandin, Gackle, Streeter, Judd, and Harvey. More locations and more services. Dakota Heritage Bank offers mobile banking and online banking with bill pay so you can bank anytime, anywhere. Stop in and visit Dakota Heritage Bank today. Sharing our heritage, sharing our future. dhbanknd.com. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Goose River Heating and Cooling Hillsboro, serving the Hillsboro and surrounding communities, ready to provide you with service work to existing and new customers. Whether Corey and the crew installed your heating and cooling system or not, they're ready to assist you with your service concerns. And if it's time to update your heating and cooling systems, whether it's your home, farm shop, a cabin, or office building, give Corey and the crew at Goose River Heating and Cooling a call. 701-430-1990. That's Goose River Heating and Cooling, Hillsboro, serving the Hillsboro area and surrounding communities.
Farmers, are you expanding, upgrading, or want to automate? Visit with the experienced staff at Hope Electric to learn about the latest electrical systems and the newest technologies that they have developed to make your operation more efficient. Get a custom system in place with features like iPad truck loading and remote view grain storage, touchscreen controls, hazard monitoring systems, and wireless cellular cameras to protect your assets. Hope Electric, serving the agricultural and commercial industry since 1978. Visit hopeelectric.com or call 701-945-2460.
For over 100 years, Finley Farmers Grain and Elevator, a full-service cooperative, has been growing and adapting with the ever-changing agriculture industry. These strong roots in eastern North Dakota include a dedicated staff of 42 full-time employees. Finley Farmers Grain and Elevator offers a variety of services, including agronomy, sales and service, custom application, grain drying and handling, bulk fuel and oil, tire repair, and light mechanic work. Finley Farmers Grain and Elevator is a buyer of corn, soybeans, wheat, and sunflowers. Learn more by visiting finleyfarmerselevator.com.
Back here at Hope Page here as we wrap things up. Final score here, LaMoure-Litchville Marion victorious 54-0 against Finley-Sharon Hope Page. And taking you around the league, Hillsboro Central Valley survives a late rally by Harvey Wells County and holds on to a 28-26 victory. The final score in Lisbon ends with Lisbon coming away victorious 60-6, edging Ellendale Edgeley Colm. And Fargo North leads Fargo South. I'm trying to get that score here. 7-3 with 11 minutes and 48 seconds left in the fourth quarter. That one fourth quarter just getting started here, as that looks like that is potentially going to be a late game. Very defensive battle between Fargo North and Fargo South. Here again, you're wrapping things up. LaMoure-Litchville Marion coming away victorious against Finley-Sharon Hope Page 54-0. And as we mentioned, your Enbridge player of the game for today is Colton Cass, and then your RDK Precision player of the game is number 16, Brady Lettenmeyer. Lettenmeyer just being a stud in the backfield, fighting for every single yard he could get, never giving up, and it paid off for him in the end, Derek.
Yes, Colton Ness, our Enbridge Energy player of the game, Brady Lettenmeyer, RDK Enterprises Precision player of the game. We have final stats tallied and ready to talk about for both squads. Let's look at the winners. LaMoure-Litchville Marion first. 384 total yards of offense, 201 rushing, and a $183 through the air by punts. 10 for 16 he goes with 3 touchdown tosses, 2 of them to our energy player of the game, Colton Ness, who also had an interception and a punt block return for a touchdown. On the ground game, Lettenmeyer leading things for the Lobos, 16 rushes, 145 yards, 9 yards per pop, as well as Mart for 6 carries and 9 yards, and Kyrus McGoy with a touchdown in relief and 6 carries and 44 yards. Lettmeyer with 3 touchdowns scored, 3 total on the night. Carter Bowman for 2 catches for 39 yards and a score. Colton Ness, 3 catches, 2 scores, 57 yards. Mart with 18 yards on 2 receptions. And Garrett Hebel with 3 catches for 49 yards. Hebel on defense also had an interception. And speaking of those interceptions, Levi Satchram for Finley-Sharon Hope Page, or Liam Satchram, excuse me, throws 5 for 13, 2 interceptions, 59 yards. Carlson with 4 carries for 18, and Reamer with 1 catch for 6. Carlson on the ground with 11 carries for 24 yards, and Cody Reamer, the leading rusher tonight, with 8 carries for 25. Connor Dahl with 3 carries, -2 yards. Blake Jacobson, 5 carries for 6. Dow's in relief at the quarterback spot on a fumbled exchange, actually gained a yard on 1 carry. Liam Satcham with -3 yards tonight. And we'll get our total numbers added up here for Finley-Sharon Hope Page. 59 passing and on the ground game. Bear with us here as the field here at Hope Page Field being cleared out. 24 for Carlson, -2 for Dahl, and then 25 for Reamer, 6 more for Jacobson. Take 1 off, 3 off for Satcham, and then add 1 more for Dow's. 51 rushing yards to 59 passing yards, a total of 110 tonight for Finley-Sharon Hope Page. They turn it over twice. They did have 1 sack on defense. That was courtesy of Blake Jacobson. They committed 7 penalties to LaMoure-Litchville Marion's 5, and the Spartans drop to 2-1 this season. The Lobos now a perfect 3-0. And I believe we went over our scores around the league, Jerry, for YourLiveEvent.com coverage. That means we can look forward to next week for both squads in 9-man football land. Spartans at 2-1, 2-0 on the road. They'll stay here at home where they're 0-1, and we'll have that game on YourLiveEvent.com on September 10th next Friday versus the LaMoure Pole Bears here at Hope Page, and that will be the Region 2 kickoff for the Spartans in 2021. As for LaMoure-Litchville Marion, they take on Tri-State, a team the Spartans trounced in the season opener 54-18 at Fairmount High School. And that's also on September 10th. Both start times at 7 p.m. That game at LaMoure High School. Jerry, my guy, you have experienced it all in the span of about 10 days in both Minnesota sports and North Dakota prep. What do you have to say about you've seen Fargo, Metro, EDC soccer, volleyball, and then 9-man, 11-man football, and also Minnesota. Your thoughts on tonight as we conclude our coverage?
Well, I mean, to start things off, yeah, I mean, I've been around and I've seen a lot of different sports for here in North Dakota and Minnesota. You know, being from Colorado, I told you this before the game. 9-man football is very new to me. Did not really know what to expect because obviously it's not that big of a difference. You're just down 2 players. But watching this game, you really see how much of a difference in the game those two players could make on defensive side or the offensive side. But as for final thoughts today on the game for tonight, Finley-Sharon Hope Page will be able to bounce back. This is a very strong team. They just struggled offensively. Too many mistakes were made. They were facing, without a doubt, one of the top defenses and offenses here in North Dakota in 9-man sports, as the Lobos just looked unstoppable, defensively, offensively. And Finley-Sharon Hope Page, they're go take the time for this next week, review the film, get it all figured out, and I feel they're gonna do good things down the line in the future.
Finley-Sharon page, they started the season 2-0 for the second straight season. So did LaMoure-Litchville Marion, and now the Lobos back to 3-0 just like 2020. They are the number one team in 9-man football in North Dakota. They got that target on their back, just like Coach Delabar said. And they'll take it out on Tri-State next week. Spartans have the Polar Bears, and that's on yourliveevent.com. Thank you so much for watching our broadcast coverage of 9-man football, as well as we want to thank our sponsors for making this broadcast possible. Please patronize those sponsors who do what it takes to put these games on the air. For Jerry Peralta and myself, Derek Zimmerman-Geyer, a quick reminder to find our video recaps on yourliveevent.com's Twitter and YouTube pages. Our Twitter at YouTube1 and on Facebook as well. And Jerry?
Yeah, and for those who were trying to watch the Hillsborough Central Valley and
Harvey Wells
County game, we do apologize. There were some technical difficulties outside of our control. Hopefully you were still able to catch the game somehow, but we do apologize, but we thank you for tuning in.
Thank you very much, Jerry, a man of class. For Jerry Peralta and myself, Derek Zimmerman-Geyer, we thank you for tuning in tonight on this fantastic Friday evening. Your final score on the Keith Irie Pattern Seat scoreboard, LaMoure-Litchville Marion 54, Finley-Sharon Page 0. Good night from Hope, North Dakota.